What's up, YouTube? This is the Needed Podcast, episode 199. Here we are, one episode away from 200. We got CC the Legend in the building tonight. We can talk about Madden, all the good stuff and everything like that. Ask you guys, for what did you guys have for dinner? This is a Tuesday. The podcast is on Tuesdays. You guys got to check it out live. I had a salad, massive L, but got to get ready for the summertime. Got to get ready for the spring. A lot of walking, chasing around a toddler. Got to be able to run every once in a while. Got to be able to move. But my salad came with steak, and sometimes when you get a takeout salad, they'll put the protein in like a box or on the side, right? Like you get a chicken salad and they'll put the chicken in a little container, or they'll put the steak in a little container just to keep it fresh a little bit, right? Now, I'm going to be honest, I ate all of the steak out of the container before I even opened the salad. So I pretty much had like 6 pieces of steak, medium rare, and then ate a salad. It was not a steak salad. It was pieces of steak and then a salad, 2 different meals. And the salad had mushrooms in it, and I'm a big mushroom guy, but the raw mushroom is just not an item that should be consumed. I'll be honest. I don't know how people consume the raw mushroom. Am I right or am I wrong, boys? Like, I'm a big mushroom guy. But mushroom, hear me out, mushroom raw, tough, right? Can't do that. I tried, I'm like, these are good nutrients or something good. They're from the earth. They really taste like you just took a bite out of the ground, Not ideal. Real earthy, real nasty. But I did have pieces of steak, and that's all I had. My biggest challenge is now I'm going to sit and play video games for 8 hours. Am I going to be hungry at the end of this? Yes. Will I be able to go to sleep or eat? That's my question at 3, 4 in the morning. That's my true question to a man. Often I lose that battle and find something to eat. Order pizza. I haven't had pizza in like freaking 3 months. It's been actually I think since Super Bowl. I haven't had pizza since Super Bowl. What a massive L of a life, right, boys? Is that not an L? It's like a month and a half of no pizza. I don't know how humans live like this. It's tough. But it's about to be summertime. We got like 3 vacations planned. We're going to Portland. We're going to South Carolina. My sister moved there. I think Myrtle Beach with Maddie. So I'm planning these vacations, and it's a lot of sun. Can't be out in the sun. My summer bod in shape. I think it's not as much a summer bod as non-winter bod. Portland sucks. It's not worth it. Okay, damn, okay. So much for my $5,000 trip to Portland. Let me cancel that. Chad said it's not worth it. When has Chad ever been wrong? Portland sucks. Let me write it down here. Not worth. There it is. What is in Oregon? My brother-in-law moved out there, and my brother-in-law and his wife have a daughter that's about 2 months older than Christopher. So they are cousins, and they moved out to Portland, Oregon, because he works for Nike. Nike's headquarters, their head honcho headquarters is in Portland, Oregon, and he works there. So we get a crazy family discount, and we're going to go out there to visit them. It's not a random pick a spot on the map thing. My family moved out there. Do I really want to go? Kind of. I always wanted to see the Pacific Northwest. It is the one part of the country I haven't been to, is the Pacific Northwest. I've obviously been to Cali, Texas, Florida, everywhere else, even the Midwest, Montana, Yellowstone, Chicago, everywhere else. The Pacific Northwest is where I haven't been. So we are going to go to Portland. Then I actually have a cousin that lives out there too, who's an orthopedic surgeon. So I have a cousin and a brother-in-law. My brother-in-law works for Nike, some crazy good job in Nike, and my cousin is an orthopedic surgeon. So I will be little man when I'm out there. You know, it'll be tough. But then my wife also has a friend in Seattle, so we're gonna rent a truck actually, because no grown man drives a car anywhere. And we're gonna drive from Portland to Seattle, which is about 3 hours, no big deal. And we're gonna spend some time in Seattle too. You know, my family. Not I want to say my family tree, but you know, every tree has a good branch, right, boys? You know, every tree has a couple branches. I'm not really that branch, you know. No. Now, let's be honest, boys. At the end of the day, if you could play video games for a living, like, what other job would you choose? Like, let's be real. Meet up in Seattle. Can't wait. All right. Speaking of being a professional Madden player, would you guys say CC is a professional Madden player? What makes a professional Madden player to you guys? Is ScoMo a professional Madden player? Is Henry the only professional Madden player? What makes a professional Madden player? That's a simple question for the chats. I'm going... What am I going? June, I believe, I think. You need to earn money for Madden? You have to play tournaments. So, like, MMG is not a professional Madden player? Professional streamer and professional player is way different. Alright, well, let's see what CC, if he thinks. Who knows? Maybe he knows. Maybe he knows. Maybe he got answers. Professional content creator versus pro. What am I? What am I? I have championships. I have earnings. But I haven't had earnings in 4 or 5 years. Am I still a professional Madden player? When do you lose that? When do you lose that title? Good question. Good question. So now I'm a content creator, but what if I go win $5,000? Then am I a pro now? What if I make a final 18 or something? Am I a pro now? Am I a pro again? Do you become a pro again? Like, oh, damn, I want. Oh, now he's a pro again. Oh, okay. Okay. So Skimbo's not a pro man player, is what you're saying, since he hasn't earned money in like 4 years. So Skimbo, like, one of the best players ever, is that what you're saying? He's not a pro? Okay. Just want to make sure. We did lose to Richie Rich. Fucking tough. Fucking tough. Dion Waiters is not a pro bass. Maybe he's playing in Europe. Skimbo's definitely a Madden pro, but not Dubby. This is tough. This is a tough scene. All right, boys. It is tough. It is tough. It is tough what they did to me. But all right. I'm a pro meat beater. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, let's see. Let's talk to pro Madden player CC. Yo, Mr. Pro. You are. Yeah,
it sounded like you, because it sounded like you said my name. Sorry. That's what.
You are a pro, right?
Yeah.
Are you a professional Madden player?
Of course. Yeah. Why
Right,
wouldn't I be?
Your little outing. I don't know, because apparently you have to win money or something. You know, all these kids say you have to win money. You know, it's kind of nuts. You know, but you know, especially if you don't win within the last month, you're no longer a pro. That's what they said. If you don't win in the last tournament, you're no longer a pro.
Yeah. No.
You know, it's kind of nuts.
No. That's fair. We do not look the same. Like.
We don't. Now, I wanted to say you are normally not a fresh shaved human being. Like,
no.
You really normally don't care.
No.
And it's kind of offensive to real baldies, honestly. It really is. And the chat always calls you bald, but you really don't take pride in the fresh baldy. You're kind of like a twice a week shave maybe guy. You know, so what's the process in that?
Laziness.
Okay, I see. Now, I don't really want to shave my head all the time.
Right.
It's like an extra 10 minutes in the shower. It's like, dude, I could get out and be doing something now. But, you know, so
now I only do it when I see it like on camera, and I'm like, I don't like it, right? And
Mm,
then I'll go because otherwise, like, I don't care. It
mm,
doesn't bother me, you know.
mm.
So,
Now my hair is really white, really gray, honestly,
oh.
at this point in my life. So when it comes back, it's tough. It's a tough scene. Almost, almost like Scomo's how his hair is like 6 different colors. That's
He
kind of
is.
how my hair is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how my hair is. Now, before we start this, I gotta ask you
All right.
about this Skype thing because
All
obviously I talk to
lies.
Scomo a lot.
It's all lies.
I talk to Scomo a lot, and
He's lying.
you guys
He's
still
lying. He's
sit in
lying to you.
Skype calls.
He's lying to you.
I want to understand why we haven't moved on from Skype and realize that Discord's better. Like you literally have 2 apps on your computer that do both, and this one's better.
The answer is lazy as well. Same answer.
I joined the CFM league,
Mm-hmm. And they kicked
and
you
they were
out.
on Group Me. No, they didn't kick me
Wow.
out. They were on Group Me. Now Group Me is quite possibly the
yeah,
nastiest
yeah.
app ever.
Yeah, no, that's
Group Me is the nastiest app ever. And I came in there and I said, listen, we got to go to Discord.
Mhm.
And they fought me. Right? I've never played in a CFM before. I wasn't part of the squad.
Right.
I was just a new guy. I was like, we have to go to Discord.
Mhm.
And they were like, no, we're like you. We're lazy. We're stuck in our ways. Boom. But they went to Discord. Now the league is thriving. In fact, they're looking into sponsorships and actually, some NFL Network time. Things are looking good for this league
Oh,
just
wow.
because they went to Discord.
Oh, wow.
2 weeks ago. We may be on the NFL Network coming soon here. My Minnesota Vikings, my 81 overall Minnesota Vikings may be on the NFL Network soon enough. See? So you have to advance yourself to the Discord.
What are we using right now?
Discord.
Okay,
But
okay, there we go. It wasn't a
walk you through
struggle.
it.
You said you
I had
were.
to, walk you through
You said
it.
you were in voice. I knew exactly where to go. I was already part of the
You were.
the Discord. I've been in here a
You
long
were.
time.
I was surprised at that. I had to look over on the right side. I
Nope.
said, "Wow, he's actually."
I've been
here.
in. I've owned a Discord for a long time.
There you go. There you
But-
go. All right. So,
Okay.
how old are you? Are you younger than me?
No, I don't think so.
I'm 35. I'm 35 years old.
I'm not younger
going
than
on
you.
36.
But
You're older than me?
yeah, which is scary because you definitely look older than I do.
I mean, I have a lot more stress than you every time I play video games. You
That
seem
is
like a
true.
peaceful video gamer.
Yeah,
You are
yeah.
a peaceful video gamer. It's kind of like it's kind of envious, honestly. I consistently pop blood vessels every single day. That's kind of my gaming style. But I've always been like that,
It
even
is.
before this whole streaming thing.
Nope. You were that.
Were you ever like high intensity
No,
gamer?
no. Because I remember you were that way when I started watching you play in like 16, when there was
Mm-hmm.
very few people around, and you were the same way. It was always the same. So yeah, no, you've been that way forever, as far as I know. But
Now-
not for me. It doesn't get me that upset, right? Like I'll get upset in these little moments, but I'm not gonna put it out for everyone in certain ways.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you this: when did Madden start for you? Now, I don't really know. Are you from Atlanta, like down south, your whole life? How was that? Where were you from, essentially?
I was born in Canada, so
Canada?
Yeah.
You're Canadian?
yeah.
Holy shit, that's tough.
Yeah.
God, you were like, my view of you was very high, and now it took a hit.
It should
It
It
actually took a
should be
hit from
higher. It should be higher
this
now.
took a hit. This took a massive hit. So how does one wind up from Canada to
It's my parents.
Georgia?
It's my parents moving.
They were just like, we're out to Georgia?
We moved to Virginia first, and then to Georgia.
Okay. You just slowly migrated south?
Yep. Yep. And that's why I'm here.
Okay. There you are.
Yeah.
Canadian CC.
We made it.
Is that what CC stands for? Canadian Chris?
Yep, that's it. You guys nailed it.
Wow.
Completely
That's
complimentary.
nuts.
That's it too. Jesus.
Completely
Oh my God, you guys have got the chat is on.
This is a nasty chat. You're not used to this crowd, right? They are their job is to be the biggest trolls possible at all moments.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. Canadian Chris is insane.
I see Maddie. I don't know Maddie. His mom. I do know. I do know
Who?
Maddie in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
he's a good supporter.
I don't know. I know his mom. I don't know him.
We are both named Chris, yes. And in fact, our other guy, Raul Combo, is also named Chris. We're actually all named Chris, honestly, except for Scomo. I don't know who the hell names their kid Scott. That's fucking crazy. But you know,
It's pretty dumb. But
what a wild name.
right. I thought his real name was Scummo for a while. I was like, oh, well, that's better than Scott, I guess. It works.
Tough scene.
It works.
All right. So, as a Canadian who
Mhm.
didn't have football, what time?
No,
what,
we
what
did.
what age?
We
did you,
did.
all right,
We,
yeah,
we
I
had
have
CFL,
football.
right? We had Canadian football. But that sort of like made me like football because we watched that and we watched hockey, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't like really into it. The first real NFL game that I really remember was like the Falcons and uh the Vikings game. It was in '98.
What did missed the field goal?
Yep.
Martin Anderson.
Morton versus Gary. Yeah. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's like my first real like, oh shit, like this is the team that's here, you know? So that's why I'm a Falcons fan, because to me it's like I'm not one of those pick a team kind of people. Like it's, hey, I live here. I'm gonna support my team. I'll support the Falcons, the Braves,
Okay.
the Hawks, and all that. And if I move
Okay.
now, I would still support my Atlanta teams, because like that's how I've
Okay.
grown through there. I didn't pick. I was like, well, my uncle used to, he lived in California, so I'm a Dodgers fan.
Mm.
And I had a
Oh.
friend in North Carolina, so I like Duke. Like a lot of these
Okay.
people. So.
Okay. Yeah. You know, like Cowboys fans. That's how they do
Oh
it
yeah,
most of the
yeah,
time.
yeah. Oh no, my dad used to own a TV, so we like the Cowboys. Like that makes
Now,
sense,
or I had their PJs. Pajamas are the biggest.
right?
They're the biggest. I had their pajamas when I was a kid, so I became. Now, would you agree that those fans that pick their team are actually the worst
Oh,
fans?
they're the worst.
They're the worst people.
They're the worst. Yeah,
You know, that randomly pick their team, they're just out.
yeah, because
You know, they're
because
just out.
there's no actual passion there, right?
No,
There's no
no,
passion. It's
no.
like defending
Yeah,
somebody else's
absolutely.
cooking. Like, no, come on, sucks. Like,
100%. There's no. They have no joy, or they have no joy or misery. Really, they can just. All they can say is, "Well, it's not really my team." I just picked them,
they
and
ex-
they can
they
pick a
they
new team.
exist. That's about it.
Yeah.
And then they'll claim championships from before they were born, and like that's cool,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't walk down the street and I'm like, oh, World War II, we did pretty good. Like, no,
Yeah.
like I wasn't here, so like that I have no recollection of it. Yes, fan of the country now, but I don't know. Those guys, Cowboys fans, like, whew,
Now,
yeah.
now, are you? Because I'm like dude. My mood in my entire life is like predicated on my sports teams. Like, are you that diehard? What's your diehard level 1 to 10 for these Atlanta teams? Because
Um,
I'm like a 15.
with the Falcons, I'd go 9, and with everything
Okay.
else, like I want them to do good. I will watch. I will support. But if like the Hawks lose again, it is what it is. When they made the run 2 years ago, like I was super interested. I was watching all the games and all that. But I'm not watching 82 regular season games, and I'm not watching 160 baseball games. Like I'll catch it up in the playoffs, and I'll keep up with everything. But I'm not going to sit there and just watch every little thing. And I think that's what I like football is. You only take 3 hours a week to know what's really going on, as opposed to every damn day. So
Yeah, they're different commitments, and that's
yep.
that's what makes baseball what it is. It's a super commitment,
It
or it's
is.
not a commitment. Maybe you'll watch one a week, but it's always on,
It is
right?
always
If
on.
you want to watch it Wednesday, you can watch it Wednesday. That's the
I'm
beauty
sure
of
there's a
it.
game
It's
on right
completely
now
different.
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm watching G League basketball. That's how much of a sicko I am.
That's terrible.
That's there you go.
You need help.
Yeah, I would rather watch the G League than college. The G League is like where the good college players go to play.
Well, I think that's
You know,
where the NBA is where they go to play. But yeah.
well, these are like the good college players too.
Well,
that aren't quite NBA. There's only
okay. Well, okay.
there's
Good.
only
We'll say
like
good versus great.
100.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Now, when does one get over this 28-3 thing? Does that ever?
No, I don't.
Do you ever get over that?
I don't care about it anymore. I
You don't
I
care about it anymore?
embrace it because people like to embrace it as well. It creates clicks.
Now, so you engagement farm the 28-3?
Sure. Why not?
No,
I mean, shit.
I can't lie.
Would that happen before I had like my second kid? So like that is so long ago to me. Like that's how I base
Wow,
like
that
time
you
frames.
know that happened. That happened literally when I won my Madden belt, and you just really. How long ago was it?
It was before I had my first kid.
Yeah,
Second kid,
so was
second
it
kid.
so long
It
ago?
was
Yeah, it was so
so, oh my
long
God,
ago.
like
Yeah,
I don't even
literally
remember.
that weekend. Yeah, tough,
Well,
tough
no.
scene.
Well, cuz I met you what the week before, 2 weeks before,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going to go to the game since it was in Houston, and I was like, okay, like I can make it to Houston, but it was just too expensive to fly out there and do all that, and I was actually still
Mm-hmm.
working, so I couldn't just leave. But it
Yeah.
was so long ago, like ridiculously long ago. Yeah.
All right, reel it in. It
Okay.
was it was honestly it
What
honestly was
was
like
it?
it feels like
When was
yesterday.
it?
You know,
17?
2017.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
5, 6 years. Yeah.
it was like a strong 3.
Yeah. It doesn't actually feel that long ago. That's fine.
Now, honestly, for me, the Eagles just lost the Super Bowl, and it
Right.
sucks because I'm like, damn. I don't know if we'll ever get back there. Like it's unrealistic to think, yeah, we'll be back next year. You know, we'll be back next year.
Right.
Like not everybody is, Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, right? So it's like,
Right.
damn, we were this close to really securing another Super Bowl or getting my favorite player now, Jalen Hurts, deserve a Super
Right.
Bowl, right? Like I don't know if he'll ever get back to that.
There's no
He had it right there, that chance.
there's no guarantees at all. You know,
No.
like I've seen 2 Super Bowls for the Falcons, which feels kind of crazy. You know, one was close, one wasn't close. And then they had another one where they lost to the Niners when the Ravens beat them, but they had them dead to rights in the first half as well. They actually massively blew that lead. And then at the end, they blew it when Harry Douglas fell down, catching the route wide open. And so, like, we've been through that. You know, we're used to blowing
So
leads.
what's the Falcons' outlook now? What do they need to do to get back to the promised land? Are they cooked?
No, they're just totally rebuilding. That's all.
I mean,
Like, they're just.
are you team Lamar Jackson to the
No,
Falcons?
I would take Lamar, but they're not going to do it. They're just. I don't really know what their plan is, but whatever it is, we'll go with it. You know, they have a lot of cap space this year. They're spending it, and I think they're projected to have over 100 million again next year. So like they'll be able to keep building that way because it's really hard. Look at you guys, right?
Good. I mean,
You
yeah.
you draft Hurts, and
Genius, by the way, genius.
so you got him, you got Mulata, who was 7th round.
Seventh
So
round pick.
you,
Yep,
you
he's a
you're
find.
picking a left tackle and a quarterback, and you're paying him, peanuts. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can stack your team in other places, pay those veterans, and you guys just kept drafting well,
Well, and
and
here's
you have to
the
do
other
that
thing with Malata. They extended his contract
early.
before he became I'm a Pro Bowl player and
Oh,
stuff like that. Like, this guy could be a Pro Bowler. Let me go ahead and extend his contract 3 and 4 years at a good. And then they extended Maddox. They extended Josh Sweat. All these guys that are Pro Bowl alternates now. It's like, okay, we extended them 2 years ago. We don't got to pay them top dollar
Yep.
because we extended them when they were like decent, not Pro Bowlers.
It's always better to pay now than pay later because the prices always goes up.
No, I'm just waiting for this Hurts contract coming soon.
I mean,
I would give him everything he wants. That's what people tell me. Would you pay? Yes,
yes,
everything he wants.
yes.
He has a blank check.
You have to. You have to.
Yeah.
I mean, just like shit. Like we had Matt Ryan for as good or as bad as people want to say. He was here for like 16 years,
Yeah.
and that was stability. There was never a question that they were like the Falcons never had winning seasons back to back before Matt Ryan. Never had 2 winning seasons in a row, and then they started
Tough.
just to win a bunch. Right, couple good signings, some good drafting, and all of a sudden, like you've got a decent team. But it's still hard to make the run, regardless, because every year
Yeah.
is vastly different. Because someone else can just pop up. What if Patrick Mahomes decided to play baseball? Then like the whole NFL landscape is different. You know, one guy. What if he got hurt and now he can't play? Well,
Yeah.
who the hell knows? So that's why you just keep playing and keep going in hopes that those people making all that money can make the right decisions.
All
So
right, there you go. Now, if the Falcons make the Super Bowl again, will you be in the building?
I think I would definitely go. I regret missing it, even knowing how
That would have been
fucking
tough.
mad I
That
would
would
have
have been
been.
tough.
Yeah, but I still regret.
It
I,
would have been
I, I
tough.
regret not going.
But my thought was the biggest regret was that what if they win and you didn't go? That
Right,
would be sickening. That would be way sicker than going and they lost. I mean, what they do?
right.
We've all seen losses.
Maybe. I gotta win there first, right? I gotta let it happen. Let me feel how it works. I'll let you know.
We shall see.
'Cause,
Now, when did you start playing? When did you become a Madden head? Like, what was your first
um,
Madden that you played?
I mean, I played a lot of like different Maddens growing up, but I wouldn't say I was like in to Madden. Like, oh, new game came out, I'm getting it, right?
Yeah.
Um, the first one I really remember getting was the Vic cover. Um,
Oh, 04?
yeah, just because again, being in Atlanta, like Michael Vick was the star.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what got me. That's what got me. Terrell Owens was on
yep,
2K5, right? Okay, I'm gonna get it right. Then McNabb was on 06. Madden
yep,
was the same thing. It was like, yeah, I was a fanboy. Like, yeah, give me my favorite players.
yep.
I'm buying them.
And I just like I don't even know when online gaming really started because I didn't do online until like Madden 13, whatever year that was,
Yeah, I mean,
2013,
you're still on Skype, so you're like 8 years
Well, no,
behind
well,
everybody.
no, like I always just like played games for myself, right? Like I would pick up
Yeah.
and play an offline CFM, or played NHL games and all that other sort of shit. And like I was like to me, I just enjoyed playing the games. A lot of people played COD and Halo and all that, but I never really got into it. Um, so once uh, we used to play in a CFM, and we started to play online with just a structured group of friends, 6 to 8 people or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to win because I was competitive. So I would Google best Madden Blitz and shit on YouTube, right? I had no idea what I was doing. But when you're blitzing someone, even with some shitty YouTube blitz, it works against someone who has no idea what they're doing. So then I
Mm-hmm.
thought I was getting good. And I was like, oh, you can actually play online. So I started to play online a little bit. But I got more into playing online when uh, we had like a schedule where we were switching off watching the first kid. So, like kids wake up in the middle of the night sometimes. So we tried to like layer it out so she could sleep for like 6 hours in a row and I'd stay up and then take care of him when he woke up and all that. So I just had a lot of time at night. And that's when I started playing more and more and more. And that's when I got into MUT, which was the problem.
Mm.
And here we are. So,
And here we
here
are.
we are.
So, yep,
And the end. So,
the end.
it's
The
the
end of
end.
your life as you know it.
Yeah. I'm just a loser playing video games. Just like you.
Now, yeah,
Yeah. That's amazing.
this is. Now I got 40 more years of video games. What else?
You can't wait.
Here, buckled up. Buckled up.
Madden
Now,
63, you're going to be amazing.
yeah. Now, how old are your boys now?
10 and 5.
You have two, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're two, right?
10
Two
and
boys.
5.
10 and 5. Now, is the 10-year-old really gaming or what?
Yeah, no, he's super into gaming.
Yeah.
He plays Fortnite. So
Okay, he's a kid.
he's a kid. He's a kid.
Is he better than you at Fortnite?
Oh yeah. Way
Are
better.
you not good at Fortnite?
I'm not good, but he's actually good. Like
Oh, is correct.
I mean, I don't know how to compare other children. He's better than all his friends.
Yeah.
Like he's dropped like, 20, 25 kill games and stuff, so I guess
Okay.
it's good.
So he's a lord. He's a lord. He's a Fortnite lord.
Yeah, he's
There you
he's
go.
good. He's a good player.
Is there any thought of dropping him out of school to focus on Fortnite?
No, he wants to do YouTube. And I'll let him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
Now, when did you? Because you were always like a decent player, man. Like you weren't like Scomo and Xerxes and stuff.
right.
But you were always good. When did you like say I want to be a YouTuber? I want to grind that. What was always that thought process behind that?
So that only really came about um I got better at Madden. Just like I guess some form of natural talent, right? Like what
Mm-hmm.
we have. Um, but so I'll walk you through the whole sort of timeline here. It's fun. So on early Mutt Twitter, I used to play coin games against people and like try to find coin games, right? I would, play someone for
Mm-hmm.
200,000 coins, but I was a nobody. So I remember playing against God's Thumbs. I don't know if you remember him from
God's thumbs.
God Thumbs
Okay.
or God Thumbs, whatever his
Uh
name's.
huh.
Um, uh, and I recognized him, and I was like, oh, I think he's pretty good. So I played him, and then I won. And then he had me play his friends, one of which was Old Route Combo,
Mm.
and then they knew Addy Cards. So then I wanted to
Oh,
play
that's a
Addy
legend.
Cards, right? But they said like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
he's not playing or anything right now. So I was kind of like bummed out, like, oh, that's the guy I
Damn,
see
that
on
was your
YouTube, right?
chance. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But since I was beating them, they were like, they sort of like brought me in a little bit, showed me a couple other things, and that's sort of like took off there with their tutelage. And then uh, with Kilo, he was always teaching me everything with labbing and all that to then create Madden Turf and Madden 15. And I think they only brought me on because I knew how to build everything, which is
Oh,
fair.
like the software part, the
Yeah,
computer nerd
yeah.
stuff. Okay. Yeah, I
But
mean, you gotta have your role.
right, right,
You gotta
right,
have your
right,
role
right.
in this
Oh,
life, right?
okay.
But yeah, good. That's a good thing.
Uh,
Shit.
but that's when I figured like I was starting to get good because there was a Gamer Saloon tournament at the end of the year of Madden 25, and I ended up getting second in it. It was like a buy-in
In
tournament.
Mutt.
Yeah, it was like the first MUT tournament they ever had.
Okay.
Um, and then there was the EA MUT tournament with the end of 25, the one that T-Raw won, and I lost to him in
Hmm.
like the quarterfinals, I think. So I was like, okay, it's like I guess I feel like a decent player, right?
Yeah.
I'm decent.
Yeah.
So, um, but as I thought I was good, I ended up playing this kid in a MUT Seasons game after taking a bunch of sort of time off from all the playing, and he posted it on his YouTube channel, and someone told me about it, and I was like, what the hell is this? They're like, oh, you played Toke. I didn't know who Toke was, right? He had
Hmm.
4,000 subs at the time or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. So started to talk to him when someone said that. And that sort of like pushed me more in that category of like, dude, you could make money and lose, his famous saying.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me try to do this. And I didn't really jump all the way in until it was one of the LA trips. It wasn't the one that I saw you out there for, but I think it was like the one before when we went. It was ScoMo, Coke, Shake and Bake, TD Presents. I feel like I'm missing someone. We went to the NFL rookie premiere thing, through all that.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we met Vic and Mahomes and all those guys, and I was like, y'all get to do this cool ass shit. It's like I want to do cool shit and get paid for it, but I
Mm-hmm.
could only do it if you were doing YouTube, as far as I knew. So when I started, like, let me try. If I fail, I fail.
N-
Like I don't care about failing. I'm gonna try.
So did you like put that ahead of trying to be really good at the game, or when did like what was that process?
Um,
Did you like
no,
not
no.
grind as much or things like that?
The
Like
last
Madden 16, the tournaments came out.
the last real
That's when
tournament I
MCS came
grinded
out.
was 17. 16,
Yeah.
we I thought I was gonna do really well in the tournament in 16. Um, I forget who I played, but it was in the second round of that tournament. And, I forget. You were in there. Was that the one that you lost in the fumble or something?
That was Draft Champions.
The draft champions one.
That was
Okay.
the first one.
This was the
Yeah.
salary cap one at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Yeah.
had just come off of like, through the qualifying, like I'd beaten Problem, I'd beaten Stiff, right? Even though no one really wasn't
Mm.
big on Stiff yet, right? He hadn't won yet. First round, kicked the shit out of some kid. In the second round, it was the 146. True Boys Blitz. I was
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure that nobody told me about, and I went in blind and was just getting a gapped all
That's
game,
tough.
and
You
I
lost.
lost.
That's
I
what
lost.
happens in Madden.
I
Yep.
had no like
Sometimes you get,
I barely lost because I started
but
to
you
figure it
lost.
out, but we lost, right? We lost.
Yeah. So I mean, that's literally what happens in Madden.
Yep.
Sometimes you get blindsided and you lose a game.
Yep.
That's it, and your tournament's over. That's it. That's cooked.
Yeah.
And then so Madden 17 comes. Like, when was your thought like, all right, I'm not really into these tournaments anymore. I'm just it's not for me anymore. I'm not gonna grind them as much.
It really was just because of the coin sponsor stuff, where like you're not allowed to do anything with EA if you're sponsoring MUT coins. So that's kind of what like led me away. My last chance was whatever the old format was, but eventually there was like a little group stage, 4 people group stage, and then like the top 2 from groups went to live. That was 1 win away. I think I lost to, I forget who I lost to, but in the group that it was playing there was Joke was in there, and I think Spot Me was in the group too, and someone else, and they were clearly the 2 best players out of the group. So I don't think I would have made it out necessarily, but then right after that came starting the YouTube, and well, I'm not making any money playing the game, but I can make money by just putting an ad on a video. So we went that way, and then I
There you
stopped
go.
caring as much.
Now, do you ever want to get back into that?
No.
No, you're cooked.
No, I wouldn't say I'm cooked, but if I can't be as good as not even Henry, right?
Yeah, we're never gonna be there.
Pick someone in that 20 to 25 range. I don't know if I could put in the time to catch them because they put in way more time. I don't have the time to actually put in it getting that much better at the game because I already don't have enough damn time as it is to get anything done. So
Yeah.
it's a time thing. And as you get older, my hands hurt. So like, I just enjoy watching it now, and I'll support it, and I like it. But I won't. I
You have
can't
like
compete.
your hands hurt.
Hands always hurt, man. I'm very always injured.
I fear that my hands will start hurting. I fear that, but I have no problems like arthritis type of old. Maybe I mean you guys really are older than me.
Well,
That's
I
what it
mean,
is.
like I
feel
said,
spry.
so like before, like I went around and I was playing tennis for 2 hours. So like I'm sore, and you're gonna be sore from doing that stuff. We play a couple times a week, so every
Now-
joints, elbows, shoulders, everything hurts.
If I played tennis, I'd probably be dead the next day. To be honest, I
for
probably
sure.
honestly wouldn't be the next day. It'd probably about 10 minutes after we ran. I would I'd need a wheelchair at this point. But are we ever gonna get some tennis on the
Maybe,
YouTube channels?
maybe,
Are you gonna
maybe.
do like a live, like CC live,
Maybe.
like real life stuff?
You never know. You never know.
You know?
I do try to.
Now-
I try to keep a lot of the home stuff away from YouTube, just because I think there's too many weirdos who will say stuff, find stuff, do stuff, and all that. But it's like everyone gets older, and I feel like it's a little different, like a little safer. But it's fine, Like that's why I'm very particular with some of the. If there's ever like a picture that I'll post from the house or outside or anything, like it's super made sure that like you can't see anything, because I just don't want
Now,
anyone to find
the
me.
one thing I never understood that you go after every single troll on the internet.
I try.
They
I
have
hate
zero followers.
I don't.
And
I don't
swear,
look
like
at
4
that.
years ago, I was like, "Why do you do this? Why? How do you not look at like who is capping at me? Like when somebody, what the hell? Oh, there you go. When somebody's really nasty on like Twitter or Twitch, like I'm like, all right, who is this? Like, how can do they deserve my attention? So I click their name and it's like 3 followers. They made their account yesterday. And you go off on these guys like they're like a person.
No, I'm getting better at avoiding it because what I really want to say, I obviously can't say, right? We have shit to lose. They obviously don't, right? I don't even know.
Yeah.
So I'm doing much better with not doing that because I feel like I could, same way you could absolutely roast someone, but
Yeah.
I mean, just calm down. It's not worth my time. And occasionally I slip up. I slip up.
You slip up often.
Not that often
A,
anymore.
a week ago,
Well,
you showed
you're
you
bringing
posted
up
a picture of your
one.
car.
You're bringing up one.
You showed your car to a 0 follower person.
I didn't look at his
You
followers.
know,
But I get. But
we didn't have a profile picture. You showed your car.
but I get. We get the shit all the time. So
Yeah.
so, my engagement rate is like 0.01%. That's pretty.
It
It's
was.
pretty
It used
good.
to be bad. I can't lie. It used to be bad.
got-
It was
it's-
every
it's
day
getting
you were
better.
going off on a 0 follower. Wasn't even like it wasn't even like a 10 follower person. Like literal somebody just made their account and trolled you, and you went off on them.
That's like the only time you tweet me is like, "Why are you talking to Zeg?"
Dog, what are you doing?
like-
Yeah, like this.
That's how
it's somebody's
that's how
burner.
I know that I messed up. Is when I get the notification. I'm like, God damn it! What did he say? What did I do now?
I'm telling you, life is a ladder. You only go up. You can't punch down. Once you punch down, you slip down the ladder. You can only punch up. You can only punch up. You know, like I'm not going to argue with people below the ladder because then you'll slip up. You got to keep climbing the ladder. And not only do you punch people below the ladder, shit, you go to the bottom of the ladder and start fighting the people that aren't even on the ladder yet. That's what you go for.
We don't want
And
we don't
it's
want him on the
crazy.
ladder.
Yeah, you just was like, yeah.
Oh man.
I need
Yeah,
a
like
burner.
you
I need a
yell at
real
the people
burner.
in the stream. Exactly. You don't know who all these people are.
Well, because yelling at people at the stream, one, they like it when I
Other-
do that.
yo,
That's like appeal,
People
That's
like
funny.
people like
They
it
get
when we
roasted.
roast someone on Twitter. They love that. They
Mm.
do. You may not. Old man, you may not
Mm.
like it.
Nah,
You can shake your fist at the cloud all you want. Other people like it. I like
might
the
have
same
to
way.
start roasting
Same
people
way.
then.
When I watch your stream, I'm not watching you to be happy. I want you mad. I want you pissed. I hope you're losing.
Dude, I have become Siwoo. I have.
Well.
Literally, I don't think anybody. I swear to God, you would watch him and say, "I hope he loses and gets cheated." Literally, 98% of these people in here hoping I lose and get cheated. It's one of the reasons why I like CFM because they actually root for me a little bit. Like they actually like, oh, I hope he wins this game with this shitty team. When I play Mud, it's like they literally sit around and wait. They wait for the loss. I have literally become Siwoo.
Let me tell you a story about old Woo. This was when his gamer tag was what Chandy Man used to be. I think it was. Now, I don't record all the games that I've played, but I used to just leave my Elgato up, and this was in Madden 16, I think. I didn't realize it, but again, I was just playing these games and all that, and I just hit record, just in case, maybe it was like a cool thing I could put in like a guide or ebook or whatever it was. But I remember then getting into like a Twitch chat, and this Siwoo character was just talking. I was like, I beat you. You got so. And I was like, I don't even know who this kid is, right? Like, what are you doing? Why are you talking to me? And someone was like, oh, this is his gamer tag. And I was like, oh, I do remember playing that guy. I was pulled up the footage to see, and he was on his headset the whole time, just yelling in the headset. So it was classic, like offline Siwoo yelling at the headset. It is the most epic, cannot be seen or shown anywhere. And that's how I learned about Siwoo. Years and years ago. It was a thing. It was a lot of words in that. I do not have it anymore.
So you still have this footage?
No,
you don't have it?
no. If I do, it's on the old computer.
Well, you gotta figure it out.
What am I gonna do?
missed the
What
computer.
am I gonna do? Not show it to anyone? Like, it's literally.
It would be epic. It would be. You need a burner account and post it.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah. We'll see.
There you go.
But now everyone knows me, so maybe I shouldn't have said it. Now it's
Yeah,
out there.
you lost the opportunity.
Yeah.
You lost the opportunity
Shit happens,
for
man.
CC's burner to pop up.
Oh man.
For CC's burner Twitter to pop
Oh,
up.
never wait. My computer just got stolen. It's official, right? So now it's out of my hands.
Now, talk about this YouTube grind.
YouTube
Like
grind,
when it started and when did it become like
Real?
this is good for me, or when did I? Yeah, like what was the scale of the YouTube grind?
Once I got back from all that trip, which was in like April, maybe April, May. I started like the concept of like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try, right? I'm not gonna pull a Xerxes and say I need to post 3 videos a day every day. But okay, like let me just kind of get this grind going here. I want to play these games and do this stuff. And I would say for the first, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, like I wasn't really getting any views, 100 on a video. And then it just picked up on, I had an idea. I don't know if you will remember this, but we did cornucopia packs. I don't know if you remember those. And
Good old cornucopia.
so they had like a big set for a cornucopia pack. And normally when you do YouTube, you want your video, back then it was 10 minutes long, right? So you could put your ads where you wanted it to be. Well, I didn't give a shit about the ads. I said, I can be first. Now I can record a 2-minute video of just this pack, right? And so like the content comes in at 10:30 and I had like the video by like 10:34, right? Of course, everyone's searching for it. And it was like the first video I had that reached thousands and thousands of people. And then it was like, oh, okay. I just maybe this could be something. Let me, take this traction that I have here and sort of ride it out and how it goes. And then I think by that December, January timeframe, so again, 6 or 7 months really, I think my first real check came in and it was like $700. I was like that's my car payment, Okay, well, shit, if I can pay for my car, maybe I can pay for daycare, maybe I can pay for my house or something. So I always based all the money that I was making off of certain bills that I had, and I still do, honestly. When now when ScoMo's like, hey, do you want to do this, it's like, yeah, no, that's my phone bill. Sure, like, I'll do it for my phone bill, why not? And I just kind of saw the momentum going and was like, I'm going to keep doing this. Any money we can make here is great because, I'm still working. She's working. We're not doing super well, but we're doing okay enough. But who's going to say no? The money. But it was just a lot of work, though, because I was still, working 40, 50 hours a week. But I was working at home. It's a difference. I didn't have to go into an office anywhere, so I was still sitting here.
Were you cheating? Were you like sneaking your YouTube videos in mid workday?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think there was a guy. There was like a guy who did like I don't know what happened. I didn't schedule many calls from 10:30 to 11. I did not have many client meetings at that point. But even then, if I was late on shit, like, again, it didn't really matter. Once I came to that realization that it's actually not a race to have the first thing up, because what happens when you have the first video up, then everyone else is posting in this little 10-15 minute time frame. I don't want to be a part of that. That's why I don't even start recording generally until like I watch ScoMo do his dumb shit, and then I have an idea of at least what's going on. And
okay,
then,
so what you're telling me is that my Ring of Honor Madden YouTube video for tomorrow is going to be amazing, even though it's a week late.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
Do you have how's your thumbnail?
Good idea. I actually got a guy now.
You have a guy?
Has 2 giant cards. He hit me up. It was like, yeah. I was like, all right, let me see what you got. And he's done the last couple. They haven't improved my damn viewership.
Here, let's. I'm gonna go see these.
Yeah, you gotta check them out.
I'm looking now.
My last like.
Oh, they are fancy. Jesus.
Are they
Jesus Christ.
are they going? Because chat told me my thumbnails suck. They're like, your thumbnails suck. And then I look at like CC and Throne and everybody. It's like, dude, they're the same exact damn thing. So now I was like, all right, let me go get these new ones.
No, I mean, especially for you, who's a good graphic designer, right?
Yeah, I always did them all, and the easiest one to do was because I can do it. I don't gotta wait around for somebody. I can just and just do it real quick.
No, like I just use templates for everything now. So I just have I just get everything saved in every sort of different way.
That's exactly what I've had for 2 years. But then I was like, chat killed me. oh, they suck. You're gonna be popping if you get new thumbnails. And here we are. And I'm like, all right. So I paid $10 a piece for each of these. Like, what are we doing? Like, what? Like, all right. Are we getting there?
So like, I don't want to say that thumbnails don't matter because they do, but you can also look at some people who have absolutely terrible thumbnails, and it works. So like, so someone who's into graphics, right? You ever seen a Xerxes thumbnail? It's got the whole top of the video, top of the thumbnail is just writing, right?
Yeah.
Michael Irvin catches 4 touchdowns in one game. Oh my god, you can't even fucking see it. It's wasted space, right? It's horrible. It's not doesn't do anything. He doesn't follow that pattern. Look how great he does, right? Now, otherwise, everyone just copies on and hops onto whatever the latest trend is. Fucking put fucking clouds in your thumbnail. Like, okay, like no, but that's what they do. Look, you see it, So,
hey man, all we're doing is grinding. That's all. So,
is it a real job? Yes.
Hell yeah, dude. What?
It's a horrible,
Let me tell you,
it's a great job. It's the best job.
it is the best job. So and me now, I don't know what you did, but I cut down trees. So I never complain about shit in this job. In fact, it makes me sick when people complain about content creation, how it's hard for them. It's the complete opposite. It's the easiest thing in the world.
Yep.
The people that did that are entitled people that never had a real job. And speaking of jobs, I know you had a tough decision to stop working.
I did.
And going to YouTube. I know you sat on that decision for a long time. Talk about that, because people ask me all the time, and my advice is, if you're thinking about it, do it. Because if your job is if you're thinking about leaving your job, it's really not that good of a job. That's how I feel. Tell me about your process and that, and your thoughts and what you went through.
So it was a good job, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was easy. It was a lot of work, but it wasn't hard work, right? It was a lot of hours, a lot of having to be flexible in the evenings. And most of our busy time was also during the summer, which I really didn't like because obviously everyone's home during the summer. And so what really pushed me over the edge was after we moved, new house, new neighborhood, all this, an actual neighborhood where like the kids can go play with people. I sat there like all summer, every day, like, we're going to the pool. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, like I can't do anything. Like I've got to do this. And I'm making money at this job, and I'm making more money being a content creator. And what kind of got me at the end was it was during COVID. So again, it's fair, but they came to everyone and said that they were going to, take 10% cut on everyone's pay after firing a bunch of people. And I was like, I guess that's just, that's what it is, right? And then I just kind of sat down and did all the math and was like, we can make this work without this job. And then I told them that I was going to be quitting, and I didn't have any other plans of what I was going to do, just wanted time away. And they probably could have convinced me to stay somehow, but they offered me the 10% back that they took from me. And no, we're done, right? Like, so I just had to do it. It was the best decision I made.
There you go. It is.
It was the best decision based on the time, though. Like, I couldn't have done it really any earlier. It would have been very difficult to do. I missed some of the money with it, but I also can do whatever I want now.
Now, what is your current schedule like? As that's, people ask me what's the best thing about this job is I get to spend all day with my son, my toddler. Now, your kids will probably go to school or something if they're a little bit older, but what is your schedule like? Okay, tomorrow's Wednesday. What's it looking like?
What are we doing tomorrow? I set my alarm for 6 to get up.
Okay. So when we go to bed over here. All right.
Well, I'm not first one up. She gets up at 5.
Okay.
So she gets up, does all her morning stuff. Don. I set my alarm, and I set it at 6 so I can kind of roll out. And then like everyone's up by about 6:30. Again, got to get them to school. Take one to school. Take one to daycare. Go get my breakfast. Right? Maybe could that's a whole podcast in itself. So you can't waste that.
Of what?
Food.
Breakfast?
You can pick a meal. It's the whole podcast in
I
itself.
think McDonald's has the best fast food breakfast.
It's up there.
Right?
It is up there.
Yeah.
But we're gonna
All right,
we're gonna
continue the
side
schedule
we're
and
gonna
we'll discuss it.
sidetrack of food.
Yeah. Let's
Trust
continue
me.
the schedule. We only got to breakfast. We only got to breakfast. We got to
God, I
continue
know.
the schedule.
So breakfast, depending on where it is, come home, and then normally, like, sort of look at everything and make my plan for the day. It's around 8 o'clock, and then if I have to record something, maybe it's a gameplay or now that MLB's out, I'll record like the MLB videos in the morning. And all that. I'll record ahead as much as I can too. So then that obviously content comes out normally 10:30. Kind of fiddle around, get all that done. And normally I forget to eat lunch nowadays, which kind of sucks, but we're just trying to do too much. And then first one comes home at 3 off the bus, so I don't have to go get him, which is great. He just does all his homework. And then that's when like my day sort of ends for a bit because he'll do his homework and then we'll either take him to go, he wants to go play tennis, we'll go play tennis, he has lessons, or the other one has swim lessons. And so like then it just starts family time until like 9, about the time we started today. And then I try to go from like 9 to 11 on recording anything else that I feel like I need to record for the next day. And then after that, more of like the grindy, like, let me play my weekend league games or I'll play this MLB event because I don't have to be as awake and focused, at least on the camera. And if I fall asleep when I'm playing the game, it's not a problem, which I do very often. And then
Now,
we just stay. It depends. If we have an energy drink, then I'm probably up to about 2.
okay, so we're 4 hours. So do you ever go with a nappy poo during the day? How's that work?
Sometimes it's not planned.
Okay.
But if I put my head down on anything, I'm done. So that's
There you go.
and
Now,
rinse and repeat.
let's say,
But
is there anything you would have done? Like if you go back 5 years ago and you have an interview with yourself and you get 10 minutes to talk to yourself, what advice would you give yourself? What would you do differently, in the last 5 years if you can go back and plan differently
From
in
just-
this career or so?
just from YouTube perspective,
For anything, for Madden content perception.
I don't know. I don't think I would do anything differently because I don't know if it would have led to the same success, right? The one thing I try not to be like anyone else as much as difficult as that kind of can be sometimes, because sometimes there's just an overlap. I mean, look at us, right? Like, oh my God, they look the same. Like, that's not on purpose,
Yeah.
right? But like,
We're
it
humans,
was like the look that I had and was going for was like, oh, okay. I feel like having some sort of look is important.
We really didn't have that much of a choice, though. So
I mean, somebody chose it for us.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
That's why I don't know how you get made fun of.
I don't know.
For something we had no choice on. It's just like, we didn't choose this haircut.
No.
This
Like,
chose for us.
I started shaving my head when my mom got sick because she had to do all that, but like I never kind of like grew it back either because I've got like a rash on the top of my head that is just like essentially killed anything there. So like, there's no point. Right? Everything else is fine. My hair grows. It's just there's the one spot, and it's like it's not even like what a traditional bald spot would be. But I'm like, there's no reason to, right? I'm not gonna go take medicine or some shit for it. Like, I don't really care, and I like it this way. So
There's CC hates Jerry Rice because he can engagement farm Jerry Rice over and over, and he clearly knows Jerry Rice is the second best wide receiver ever,
so,
but it's just an engagement farm for him at this point. So he hates him.
he's not the best, that's for sure.
He's the second best behind Moss, but
I mean,
he's definitely the second best.
yeah. I don't have all my Moss stuff up here. Too bad.
Yeah, Moss is the best. I would pick Moss. Like if I went to a football field and I was picking teams and I had to pick a wide receiver, I would pick Moss.
Yeah, I'd probably take AJ Brown over him too. If it helps you. I would.
I mean, this is
true. I would.
This is true.
I would. Like,
So that's a little nuts.
Oh, Jerry Rice, he's so good. He's so good. Oh my God. You know who could get passes from Joe Montana and Steve Young? Us. We'd each have 1,000 yards on that team. Like, let's calm down, guys.
I mean,
yeah, you
maybe
you would.
Maybe, but what about Jerry Rice when he was 41 and he was still getting all these touchdowns and yards on the Raiders and the Seahawks? What about then?
All right, you're a Sixers fan, right? I'll take you back.
Yeah, and I don't want to argue for Jerry Rice because I feel like Earl, but like
let's go back 2001, right?
Yeah,
you had a big man on your team named Todd McCullough, right? He was not a good,
yeah.
He was
Canadian.
He was Canadian.
Yeah.
He was not a good player, but he looked good because someone had to rebound the ball, right? Someone's got to catch the ball. You're not going to have a quarterback go 0 for 30. Right. Like, oh my God, Jerry Rice was the leading receiver of the Seahawks. Who cares? Right? Nobody watched them play anyway. It doesn't matter. Right.
Well.
You understand now. The Todd McCullough hit you.
Farms.
It's amazing.
Now the chat understands. Look, they're all getting riled up. It's just easy to rile people up. It's just that easy. See, suckers.
Look, Yeah.
All right, now I ask you, what's up with you? Why have you?
I don't know.
Not committed to the streaming aspect of the content creation.
Good question.
Is it just not for you?
No, I actually enjoy it. But there's two reasons. One, I'm really, really, really ADD. So me sitting down for an hour is tough. Right? I don't like to sit down.
Yeah.
I'm the guy always moving around. And two, I don't think I would put enough time into it to really make it worth the while for everyone who's committing their time as well, like I think I could be a good streamer, but I also know that at the time of day when I would have the time, which would be now, I can't commit to doing that twice a week, 3 times a week, 5 times a week, whatever it is. There's no way. My mind is going on too many different things, and that's why I don't do it as often, and I'll like pop in when I can. It's easier if no one else is around as well. Not that like anyone is awake or would bother me, but if they're not here, then I don't have to be up and awake and on, at 6 or have any of that worry. I'm not tired from chasing them around and like, oh, let's run around the cul-de-sac for an hour. Like, I get tired, man, So I don't have the commitment to make it worthwhile for all the people. So we'll just pop in and do random streams whenever I feel like it's a good thing.
I will tell you that is the thing I'm envious of, that I now have to go stream I have a job. I have a nice 6-hour slate I gotta do, and I have to commit to this every single night to be successful, where one day I want to be a YouTuber where I can just play video games for an hour and boom, there's my YouTube video, and now let's go play tennis or something like that, But right now I'm kind of dialed into I gotta work 6-7 hours every night,
You have done a lot better recently. You're still posting Madden. It's almost April. Like posting it on YouTube
every day,
right? That wasn't a thing before. I've got on you before. I'm like, stop taking these fucking breaks. Like, I understand, but like, there's a difference between taking a break and like not doing anything, you know? Like
Well,
you can
if
still.
I didn't have McCullough, I wouldn't. I wouldn't
Oh,
be doing a
are you
Madden
still
video
using
every
him?
day. 100%, dude. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he gets it. He handles my Madden. He handles all my videos except for the last 2 weeks when he had a baby, which was
I know.
actually brutal on my life.
Right.
Oh my god, I was like just dying during the day editing Madden videos. I was like, this sucks, dude. Get me out of here, man. So that was like, oh my god, I couldn't do that. If I had to do my YouTube videos every day and stream all night, no, there's
No,
no
couldn't
chance.
do that.
No chance. My stream would end at midnight. Like, yeah, I'm done, boys. I gotta go grind some YouTube videos. So
It's tough. I mean, like I overexert myself a little bit with what I do sometimes. But again, that's my choice. So I'm not going to complain about it and be like, oh, I had a really rough day. Oh, okay. Like, again, I sat here, played video games, and I had to edit videos. That's really not that hard. It may be stressful or time consuming, but again, the difficulty level of what it isn't really there. So again, it's my choice for trying to post a video on my main channel, a gameplay video, a no money spent video, and an MLB video. Like I have 4 channels, and it's my decision to have 4 and keep up with 4.
mm-hmm.
So there, nobody complained to except myself. Right? If I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't do it. But I also wouldn't do it if I didn't think it was worth it. Which is why I don't do things if it's not worth my time.
Now, I'm gonna say, do you always feel a constant need to do better? You know, do you always feel like I could do better? Like I constantly feel like I'm failing and I need to do better and like I need to grind more. I'm getting outworked. These people are kicking my ass. I consistently feel like that every single day, no matter what. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I constantly feel like the minute I stop streaming or stop doing this, I'm going to lose and, you know, I'm going to suck and people are going to pass me. So I'm constantly motivated to keep grinding.
You're past that. You should be past.
No,
but like you may not think it, but you are past it, right? You've
that's
evolved
what I mean.
past that point.
I can't ever think that.
No,
Yeah, but my mind hasn't.
But you also, it's not. Oh, I got to keep up with them. No, because what you're doing now is for your family now, right? It's very different.
Mm-hmm.
Once that and that responsibility comes in, everything changes, right? Like
Yeah,
I would love
for sure.
to spend all my money on absolutely dumb shit, but I'm spending $400 a month on swim lessons. Like I'm pretty
What type
sure
of swim lessons are your kids taking? What the hell? Michael Phelps is giving you swim lessons?
he might be. I don't know. This next
See, you should have said that. See, when the 0 follower troll calls you out, you got to send them your swim lesson bill, not your car.
Well,
all right? Because that's a way bigger flex. I spend $400 for my 5-year-old to swim. Yeah, like, dude, that's a way bigger flex than I have a car. Let's be honest here. Come on now.
I'm not in charge of these decisions.
They're swimming in Voss water.
They might be. I don't know. It's private swim lessons. It is what it is, right? Can he swim?
Shit, yeah.
A little bit. But
a little bit.
No, like
for $400, he better be side stroke and backstroke butterfly.
I don't know.
What?
I haven't put him in a pool. It's not summer yet. You know? We'll see.
So he hasn't been in a pool yet?
Well, he's been in pools, but not since we went through all this. Like, there's a swim team. He'll be on like the swim team for the neighborhood, along with his brother. It's fine.
All right.
But again,
we need updates on this.
I will.
Live vlog channels. You know, we need to get them done.
My life is
tennis, swimming.
It's sort of interesting. Like just a little bit of interesting.
Oh, we see.
Martial arts from Batman. You know what's crazy? One of them did like karate, taekwondo. I'm not sure what it is. But the guy that was like his dad was the one that invented like the Atlanta or the American Kickboxing Academy or some weird stuff. It was weird. Jeez. But then he stopped because of COVID. So COVID happens. No,
can't fight COVID.
No, only the best for my children. Only the best, says their mother. Not the MMA gym. Not the MMA gym. I'm saying the wrong thing because I don't know what it is, but it's not the MMA thing.
He invented karate. Is the person that teaches your kids.
It was his dad did it. Yeah, it was something.
Yeah, he invented karate. Was he Asian?
Oh yeah, of course he was.
Oh my! Did he have a mustache?
The dad?
Oh my God.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
He had.
Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
I forget his
The
name
dad
right
that
now.
invented karate. So
It's
the
crazy.
instructor for your kids invented karate.
It was
That's
some
yeah.
form of taekwondo. I think it was more appropriate. Jackie Chan, that's his name. No. Yeah.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah. Way to go. You guys nailed it.
Lord. Hey, you gotta learn how to flex a little bit better. You know,
What, what, what
on
am I
the zero
what am I
followers.
gonna
You send your guy a picture of the kid in a dojo in Japan doing karate. Like
I don't
what?
have to
That you just told us.
you think he goes to Japan?
What I just heard that Jet Li himself was practicing with him. That's what I heard.
Right,
Michael
right.
Phelps and Jet Li.
I'm gonna just Photoshop a few things and just keep them.
Yeah, yeah. Send that. You know, these are like
Neighborhood gang swim team. That's close.
now. Have you been now that you're like a stay-at-home dad or you're a stay-at-home guy?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. Have you gotten better at stuff around the house? Now, I remember you like remodeling the backyard and doing stuff like that. Have you become more of like a do-it-yourself type of person as you've had more time, or you have always been like that?
I'm a lot more. I took on a lot more responsibility. When she was pregnant with the second one, she had to go on bed rest for like 4 months. So basically, like she went to work and came home and had to go to bed. So it was just me and the big one, who was still little at the point. He was like 5. So we started taking all this responsibility of cleaning, cooking, and doing all this other stuff. Again, not cooking in a good way, like not delicious things, but being able to survive, right?
Yeah.
So we do a lot more of that to keep the house together. But I've always been like, something's wrong. I'm like, well, let me see. Maybe I can fix it. I don't know, right? Again, I'll fail, and then we'll get the right person in here. Or if it's something that's out of my my range, like replacing a water heater, we had to do. Like, good luck. I'm not doing that. But I will always try. I like to be handy, but I'm not handy enough to be on like TikTok or something cool with it. I don't have any tricks.
All right, now with this content creation thing, man, if there was like a content creator in the chat and he asked for one piece of advice from you, what would that piece of advice be?
It would always be just whatever you're going to be creating, stream, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, make sure it's something that you enjoy doing, because there's nothing easier than doing that, right? Having to fake something and all that, trying to force yourself into too many things. That's always a lot of the responses I see from other people, is they want them to like take the exact same path that they had to success, but that's not the way it is. Like even when you see Mr. Beast stuff, right? Obviously he's been successful. And he'll be like, well, anyone could do this. It's like, I don't think anybody could do that, right? Like you're really downplaying the success and what he was able to do. And it's the same way that people will take that, be like, oh, well, I'll go give $10,000 to someone for a video. Like, no, that's probably not going to work out for you. What do you really want to do? What do you enjoy? And go for that. And maybe it works and maybe it doesn't, but at least you've tried. And I'd be okay. I'm okay with it. If you fail, like fuck, we fail at a lot of stuff. You know, I'm sure you failed at something before. Drawing. You don't draw very good.
No, my drawings. I think I fail at every single one.
I
Like,
know.
All my drawings I
terrible.
hang it up. No, I know like one little spot that I hate in every single drawing. It makes me just throw up, that nobody else will ever see. But I see that one spot that like, oh, it's just every time I look at it, that's what I look at.
Yep.
So that's kind of how I'm wired. Like that one, damn, his finger's crooked right there. It's just consistently is all I look at. I don't look at anything else. So, you know. All right, well, let's talk about the Madden game. You know, see, the game, because I've always just think only good players should comment. That's why I really don't comment on MLB, because I suck.
Same.
It's like
Same.
people are like, how do you like the game? I'm like,
I don't know.
It's the game, you know. I don't know. I can't tell you. If I'm like hitting sucks. Well, maybe because I don't hit anything, you know. Maybe I just miss a lot of shit,
Right.
you know. So for me, you know, am I hitting less? Am I hitting less home runs than before? Yeah, but you know, I still suck. So how can I, you know, how can I go ahead and comment on something when I'm not good at it?
Yeah.
But you know, so
No,
I've always thought
I feel the same way about MLB. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But now Madden, I started to think like, man, maybe it is important that the shitters have their opinion because we need them playing. Because I feel like a lot of people didn't play this year, and a lot of people kind of got bummed out. And the more people that play the game, the more people watch the
better.
game, and the more successful we can be. So I've kind of, as a Madden connoisseur, I've kind of changed my opinion that maybe, you know, maybe the shitters are more important than the pro players. And I want to start this. Do you think, now I've often talked to Guffoss about this, that he thinks the incorporation of, you know, the competitive stuff in the MUT have made the game worse. Do you have any opinions on that, or like the game being super sweaty and kind of cater to professional players have made it worse at all?
No, I think the game's the same, honestly. So, not the game year over year, right? If you were to talk to anyone, not that I played these versions of the games at any level, but people talk about their favorite Maddens, right? Any game that you enjoy is probably one that you in particular were good at, right? And some of those blitzes and stuff, which people would use, or some of the glitches on offense, right? A lot of Madden was just all buggy and glitchy, and it was really like, did you know that, or you didn't know it, right? It was an actual skill gap based on knowledge, right? That's basically it, right? It's like if you knew how to throw a fireball in Street Fighter and you didn't, right? Like my kid upstairs, he doesn't know any combinations in Street Fighter, but you're gonna be sitting there just fucking wailing on him, right? Again, it's not a skill. Not like he can't rotate his thumb. He just doesn't know.
Hadouken the hell out of him.
Right?
Yep.
So it's just the knowledge that has changed, right? And over time, that knowledge gap has just gone smaller and smaller and smaller, and the EA's done little things with the games. I don't think it being competitive makes it worse. I think the advent and the growth of the technologies that we have between YouTube and Twitch, making it easier for people to find information, is what made Madden worse. Now, the game may suck at sometimes based on how they code it, but regardless of how good or bad the game is, it still comes down to, it's really good if you know the best run in the game, or if you have the best run defense in Madden 20. Oh, the game's not that bad. Regardless, that's where it ends. Bringing more people into MUT is a good thing. MUT's evolved a lot. I don't think that any competitive aspect of MUT has ruined it necessarily. I think it's just that the game has actually just grown. And it's grown with, like I said, the technologies that are available and used. So, I think...
Now, what do you think about this game here? This Madden
I like
23?
this game. I think it's fun. I think it's a fun game. It's not a great game, but I can play it and do a lot with it. And, you know, I always try to be a little bit different with how I play, for better or worse. So I don't mind it. You know, there's some things that are a little overpowering. Some of the decisions they made a little dumb. But unless anything has massively changed with how they develop and create each game, the core of what Madden is not made for MUT, right? Like, you know, you understand that, right? It's made for not CFM. It's made for regular teams, just regs. Right?
So I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think the game is made for MUT.
No, it's not, because
I think the game is made for MUT in like the beginning of the year. You know, the game is made to play with abilities now. Abilities are the whole game is made to play with.
Oh no,
you can't catch a pick without them. Yeah, abilities.
So they definitely have that, like, that intention in there, but the intention is also, was it 21? One step ahead here. Which one was it? Was it 21?
Man, 21.
Okay, so on regs, I believe there was one player who had one step ahead, Jalen Ramsey that year.
Yeah. Like that.
One player in the entire game. They're like, this is a great ability, right? Put it on him. And then in MUT, they start changing these ability points around, and now you can have 3 of them. the game was not designed for that. The game was designed to have this one amazing player lock down part of the field, not have three of them, right? So Mutt takes the game with abilities now and basically shoves whatever they can in there to make us happy, make something feel new, exciting, right? 0 AP on this card and this and that, you know, the path they went down this year. The game isn't meant to handle all of this stuff. Maybe this year it's changed because I feel like if you don't have an ability, basically have a guy without legs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't do anything. No matter who it is,
Yeah.
they drop every pass. You can't throw the ball. You can't tackle anyone. You can't catch a pick. So
Yeah.
I feel like maybe this year they fully embraced it. In the past,
Yeah,
it wasn't that way.
My CFM team. That's my CFM team.
Yeah,
They have no
it's the
legs,
Vikings.
nobody. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's the Vikings.
big fan of the Vikings.
Yeah.
Um,
Not me. Not that big a fan.
wow, they got to fire their coach, but we'll see. But no, Madden is a weird game. I think it's one of the more difficult games to actually to create the active interaction.
It's impossible because you have 22 brains that are controlled by the computer, and people want them to be humans, and they can't be humans. You know, there's 22 of them.
Yep.
Oh, that's harder than basketball. There's 10 of them.
Yep.
Hockey, there's 10 or there's 12 of them. You know, there's 22 brains that people want to be brains when they're actually just AIs. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's literally what 20 AIs, and then you get your 2 users or whatever,
Yep.
maybe. You know, so that's the entire game. So it will never be simulation football because it's not. You can't put human minds in the computer players.
No,
Not
you
yet.
can't.
Who knows what happens?
You can't.
You know, so
right?
it's definitely tough.
Again, like I can know exactly what play you're going to run on offense, right? I can know X is on a post, right? Then no matter what I do, I can't tell that little digital man. Fuck, like he's running a post. I
Yep.
can't. No matter what I want to do,
Yeah.
I can't say guard the fucking post. I have to. Well, maybe
Yeah.
I'll shade inside, or I'll throw a hook here, or maybe I will have to guard it myself, and then there's something else open. That's what's the chess match that it comes with Madden. And that's what I enjoy, and I know that's what you enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it can't be that way. Like the computer can't learn how to just do things for people on their own. You know, like when everyone's like, "Well, play rec should matter." Would we run the same play 4 times in a row? But like, okay, does that mean that in Fortnite, if you suck at aiming, all of a sudden the game's just going to be like, "Fuck it, I'll do it for you," right? No, that's stupid.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that way. Like if you can't figure out what to do, then you need to learn how to figure out what to do. It's really simple. Madden is a very simple game, but it's one of the most complicated games. Like me trying to teach the big kid how to play it, even at like play through a fucking solo. And again, he's great at other games. He looks at it, he's like, "What am I doing?"
There's no pick up and play value to
What
Madden.
do I do?
There's none. You can't do it.
No.
You can't do it. It's the hardest sports game without a doubt. It's probably one of the hardest games. People don't want to hear, "Oh, Madden's for idiots." No, it's not. It's one of the hardest games. I always say if an alien came down, what sports game would be the hardest to teach him? You know, it would be Madden. Would 100% be the hardest sports game to teach him. There's every other one actually is kind of easy, real low key compared to Madden. As far as a pick up and play value.
When you see terrible Madden players be amazing in MLB The Show, I'm like, that game must be easy, right? Like ScoMo does okay at it, right? Can you imagine that? I know me and you aren't good at it, but you know why we're not good at it? Because we don't care to be good at it.
I say I care.
You don't care. Yeah, I've seen how many
No.
times you lay down a fucking bunt. You don't care.
That was the first year when. First of all, this
Juan
bunt,
Pierre.
this whole bunt. Okay, that was the
where's
first
the Juan
year.
Pierre
The
jersey?
first week I was playing. This one dude kicked the shit out of me, just bunting and running around the bases.
Yeah.
And I said, "Holy shit, I want to try that." It was kind of like Madden, where you get glitch blitzed, and you're like, "Wow, I want to try the glitch blitz."
Okay.
How do I run the glitch blitz? I will never forget the first glitch blitz I ever ran across was like Madden 16. It was 3-3-5, like odd. It was like DB fire, and he like showed blitz, and the DB was right there, and he came through the A gap. I'll never forget it. shit. And what did I do? How do I find that shit? So this dude bunted all the way across the field. So I'm like, maybe I could put some bunters on the damn field. And at the time, the Phillies barely even had Bryce Harper. I don't even think they had Bryce Harper at the time. So the Phillies had like 8 years of being shit. So I didn't watch baseball. I didn't know who the hell Fernando Tatis was. He had 99, 89 speed. He's going to bunt. Let's go. Get on base. Let's do it. And then we'll get a couple people. I did not make World Series until 2 years ago. The first year I was nowhere near World Series. The first year was the epic time.
Did you actually make it, or did you get the Indians banner?
No, I made World Series like 3 times last year. Come on, dude.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm not a super bot at this game. You know,
I'm terrible at this game. But it's the same way. I was terrible at actual baseball. Hand-eye coordination like that, I got nothing. And, you know, everyone plays with what are they called? Little thumbstick covers.
I don't know. They don't I'm not partnering with them yet because my agent is sitting on his goddamn hands.
I don't have anything.
So I can't talk about him. Yeah. You know why? Why? You know, who knows? Nothing. Whose fault is that? Is that our fault? Is that our fault? No. You know, I reached out about this like 2 weeks ago. Like, dude, MLB's coming out. What are we doing, Slow-Mo? What are we doing, dude? Come on now.
I couldn't agree more.
And people keep asking me all night. And they ask me all night, do you use those things? Do you use those things? And you know what? I can't even say anything.
I don't even know what they're called.
know. I tell them I don't know.
I've never heard of
you know how many sales I could have made? How many sales I could have made already? What did we say? We could have paid a bill. Could have been a phone bill. Could have been a cable bill.
I drink these now, right?
Okay. Zoas.
Cherry limeades.
Okay.
So, super good. And it's like 10 calories? 10 calories. Oh my God.
There you go.
And he was like, what do you want? And I was like, this. And he was like, do I have to hit up the rock? Of course. How else do you get to him? I don't know. But this is what I like right now. It was like, you know,
the Zoa are lit. Okay.
We're good.
I might have tried some Zoas.
Cherry limeade. The original flavor was a little off. I haven't had the other ones, but you put cherry limeade on flavor. I'm gonna try it. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Of course I'm trying it. I need Skibble to chime in with some Sonic knowledge.
Oh my God.
There's cherry limeade drinks. All energy drinks are ass.
All right.
Now.
Say you go to EA Play, which I don't. Is EA Play even a
no,
thing anymore?
They don't
even
do it anymore. No.
Damn, they kind of cut out everything that was fun community wise.
They did.
Tough scene, man. But all right, now let's talk about that before I ask you this other question. Right. Like, obviously, I met you, and we've gone to events where it's like, okay, we're this big community with EA, with Madden. Like, let's, buddy and be, yay, right? Yep. Where did that disconnect happen, essentially, for everybody? I talked to Scomo about this, obviously, because it's the same thing. Everybody was like, I want to be on board and be part of the Mutt Squad, Game Changers, all this stuff, and be a big part of it. And it's they've kind of gone the opposite away from all, YouTubers and streamers and everything like that. Like, when did that disconnect happen?
I think I'll say it correctly. EA used to have a program called Ronku, I think it's called. I want to call it Roku, but I think it's Ronku. Where they would pay content creators a lot of money to make videos, right? So that kept some of these people away from some of the coin sponsorships and stuff, which kept everyone kind of like in EA's good graces. That went away, and then they started like disbanding a lot of the Game Changers programs, and now it's whatever EA's content creator network. I'm not 100% sure. I still get emails from them. I don't think I ever actually left.
There you go.
But whatever.
Still on the team.
Oh, so we're still playing. I'm like Bobby Bonilla. But so I tried to give them Kralo. We'll say it was Kralo.
Agent K.
Losing Agent K, I think hurts them a lot, because he was a really good window into our world and back into theirs, because he obviously he knew all that stuff. He came from the community, but I always kind of like told him how much it would take, or they could just really try to push that coin selling and stuff away to bring everyone back in. Like, it wouldn't really be that difficult to get everyone to kind of come back in, because then you could have all these people promoting stuff. But why bother when we're going to do it anyway? You retweet the Madden tweets, New card coming. Oh my God, look at the
Oh
game.
yeah,
They don't need to
yeah. You
pay
guys are
anyone.
suckers.
They don't need to
Yeah,
pay anyone at all.
precisely. Why would they? You guys, it
Right.
makes sense.
So they have no need for it. They have no need for it at all. They don't.
Smart
They
decision.
don't. They,
The
they
EA
don't need to pay
guys.
us, right?
No.
No. Maybe if MMG was like, I'm never playing Madden again, then like, okay, maybe you would want to entice him
Him.
around.
Yeah.
But who else? Like they wouldn't care if we all left. Someone else will just take your place eventually.
That's how I feel.
You
That's
know?
why I'm always motivated. These guys all want the same space. So you got to stay one step ahead of these grinders, dude.
Yep.
I get so motivated by dudes that just grind every day, streams all the time. That stuff like, damn, this dude's still here. I gotta boot back up.
Yep.
Because every other night I don't want to play Madden night. I don't want to go play Vikings franchise. I damn sure don't want to play mud head to head against people with no thumbs for 4 hours. That's tough.
Yep.
That's tough. But I just gotta stay ahead of these guys. Now, say there was an EA play. This is our make believe EA
Right.
play, and one, okay. There's two different sides to this. There's the actual Madden gameplay team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the content team, essentially. If each of those two teams asked you, what do we need to improve the most in the Madden 24, what would your answers be for both of those sides, essentially?
God, man, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like a bitch answer, but not for content, for gameplay, uh, I, I I would like just to see them figure out how to make like the ratings actually matter in the game, and not necessarily just have strict thresholds like we had with 91 zone, right? 90 zone, you're terrible. 91 zone, you're amazing, right?
Yeah.
A way to actually make it feel like cards, whatever is different as things go along, right? As you get more throw power, as you throw the ball fucking faster as well, and it's like noticeably different. Maybe like having the ability or something along those lines. But I don't want them to.
That's what abilities do.
Right.
That's the positive of them, right? They make some cards usable, essentially, or
They
make
do. And I
rating. I mean, I guess ratings don't matter, but the abilities do.
the abilities matter, and that's sucks. But
it made Cooper Kupp one of the best cards, so he would never be good at Madden otherwise. They made him good.
a differentiating factor. I mean, this is reason this year you could use 7 to 10 quarterbacks right now, pick up the game, and be fine. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
New card came out. Like, okay, like tomorrow we have Team Diamonds, 32 cards. Sure, I'm excited to see about it, but I promise you, those cards are all going to play the same. They're not going to play any different than anyone else, right? When everyone is good, nobody's good. Same kind of aspect. Like every card's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. But gameplay, I do feel that the more arcadey gameplay is, the better. And
Okay.
I think that's why.
Don't let them hear you say that. They're gonna get mad. This is football simulation.
Right, but it's true, right? Like, video games are supposed to be fun, right? We play them because they're fun. I don't watch football and just get mad at it and be like, did you see them? They were in Dav twice in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck no. Like, the Eagles ran QB sneak for 98% effectiveness.
Yep.
Have you ever run a Madden play
Cheesers.
for 98% effectiveness? I bet you haven't. I bet you haven't.
No.
You haven't. So there's your example. Like, you can't stop it, right? In real life, you know what's happening. You know what they're doing. Doesn't matter. But I think arcade is just a little more fun, right? I don't necessarily want last year's 52 to 51 games. Because I think you the balance is difficult again with the 11 on 11. But just more arcade is fine. Whatever brings more people to it is all I care about. I care much more about not what I would like for a perfect game, as opposed to what I think the general would want. Because I'm going to play regardless. Yeah,
Yeah. So now I start thinking, damn, I hope all these shitters play
yeah.
and nobody quits, and everybody loves the game. That's what's key for me. I'm gonna play whether it's shit or whether it's the best game ever. So I want the run to be good again.
Yep.
I want everybody back here running stretch, fighting for their life. Let's put Moss 100 in the game, give people ability to score and complete passes. I
Mm-hmm.
want the more people playing, the better for the most
Yep.
part for me.
Yep.
But what about content? See, now me, I hate the content. I hate how giddy you guys get and how excited everybody is for new content all the time. Because I know, as a man in sweat, that it doesn't matter. That shit doesn't matter. Tell me what abilities
Okay,
they have, and
so
if they're not any different, the card doesn't matter.
you,
So for me, I'm like, how do we get so excited about this shit every single day?
certain people get more excited than others. For sure. What I want to say. So if I had like a perfect mutt year, one, I hate when they make fucking mistakes. I think it just makes them look childish and bad, and it drives people.
Mistakes like what? What's like the mistakes?
The unlimited
Like,
glitches for the
yeah.
training variety pack stuff, or what they did at Christmas. It's cool. It gives me a lot of coins, and I'm around for it. But it makes them look like absolute clowns. So, I think that drives more people away because 60% of the people were able to do it and 40% weren't. And those 40 really fucking hate TA about for it
Like
now.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like me.
So
Yeah.
like
Now I'm paying $7 million for
you're,
Darius
you're
Slay.
continuously driving those people away. If you don't have any issues, no one can be like, "Oh, I was at work." Okay, right? Test your fucking game, and this comes from
Wait.
me being through programming and working with software, um, and managing people working on software. I used to like manage and delegate testers for a QA team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every time they go and they put something live and it just doesn't work, it just it infuriates me inside because I know that they're not doing these things. Like I brought again, Agent K. I asked him like actual questions, like does these people have a test plan? Like, who are these people? Like, do we need to train them better? Like, you're clearly missing something here. Anytime we would push an update to a website out, you have a list of 50 to 100 things, likely way more than that, of making sure that like, oh, okay, does the home button work? The sign in, can I log out? Can I change password and do all this real boring shit? But you had to do it every time because if you happen to break one of those core things, guess what? You're kind of screwed. Here, they don't even open the packs. They're like, new cards and packs? Sure. Like, just take the time, right? I wouldn't next change the cadence of the content or what all they do because they always seem to find a decent way to make it new and exciting for not you, but for the common person. I don't love what they did this year. I just keep discounting stuff and now give people X factors, but this X factor's on for 3 plays in a row and this one's only on for 2, so that was card's better. Like they're really struggling to find the differentiating point, but it's April, so fuck it. Who cares? Give everyone everything and let everyone just have fun. Because at the end of the day, all it is a different picture on it. Like that's the crazy part that I think about too. Is like we go crazy. We're like, oh my god, Michael Vick is coming into the game. Michael Vick is coming into the game. I'm gonna pay $100 for him. He's not like
Yeah.
he's not actually in the game, Like it's just
All right. You going real Matrix right
right,
now? Michael Vick is in the game.
right,
Because literally, you can play with him as a quarterback.
right. No, but what I'm saying
What
is,
is he just like?
it's
Pixels?
anyone. It's the picture on the card. It's the name on the jersey, right?
Yeah, but it's Michael Vick. Like that's who
Right.
your quarterback
No,
is.
but that's what you see, and it's like, oh my god, now I get to use them, right? It's the same way. But again, we are convinced that paying $100 is a great. I don't know everyone, but it's a great idea, right? Use your favorite players. I love using my favorite players. I hate when we have to use these legend theme teams and shit earlier on in the year. I hated that.
Yeah. But who's your favorite player ever? Julio Jones.
I would probably go Julio. Yeah. Vic probably would have been there,
Except
but
he was better as an Eagle.
I mean, it was pretty good as an eagle.
He's
It
like,
was pretty.
he's like an eagle.
He was pretty good as
Like
an
he's
eagle.
really like when people think about Vic, like he's really like
It was pretty good
it's
as an
really when
eagle.
he was the eagle. Yeah,
Um,
so it's not
no, and it was like I was real upset when all that Vic shit came out because it was like, what?
that is probably tough. That is probably tough.
I was on vacation in Panama City, actually, Panama City Beach this summer. I don't know why, but I remember sitting there and someone was like, I think Michael Vick's getting arrested for dogfighting. I was like, what? What are we talking about? Our quarterback? What? And then it was like, oh no, like he's completely gone. Okay. All right, bring in Chris Redmond and Bobby Petrino. We'll see how this works. So.
Damn. There it is. And we took Vic, and don't worry, we didn't do anything with Vic. We didn't win a playoff game or anything. He was just fun to watch, And sometimes that's what's important.
It was
as
fun
a
to
fan,
watch.
to have a fun team to watch. People don't understand that. Like, they talk about the Sixers. The process was a failure if you don't win a championship. No, I get to watch the Sixers every night, and it's fun. I watched 10-win seasons before. So if your team is something to watch, that's such a positive.
Right.
Like Bryce Harper. Wow, they paid Bryce Harper $300 million. Dude, he gets me. I'm able to watch baseball every night and enjoy it because of one player. So yeah, it's such a big deal that this player is good to watch. Like Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy, Michael Vick, like they didn't win anything. They really didn't even come close. But damn, they were a fun ass team to watch. And I'll never forget it. And that's kind of what's important as a fan because, the Flyers in hockey, people that watch hockey, yeah, if the Flyers are good, they haven't been good in 10 years, Damn, I wish I had a damn Connor McDavid or somebody to come in here that I could watch every single night. Yep. Right now I have, I couldn't tell you one player on the Flyers right now. They're that boring. So for me, it's like, yeah, sometimes those players, even though, you might not win a championship, might not even win a playoff game, but damn, that was some fun years that, you really can,
right,
look back on it and be like, that was dope for real.
Right, like there's legitimate number of people that will still argue that like Michael Vick was the best quarterback for the Falcons history, and it's like I exciting, sure, entertaining, absolutely, but like I don't know, Matt Ryan was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
okay,
is he exciting?
No. This is when the chat pisses me off. Winning ain't fun. Of course, winning is fun. My point, they just missed the point. I swear to God, this is Twitch. You tell them one thing and they just come with the other answer. It's like I like pancakes and they say so waffles suck. That's literally Twitch. That's what it is. So why don't you like waffles? My point is the enjoyment of watching sports every night is worth it to have a tanking team in basketball, to pay a free agent, whatever it is that gets you to watch your team and enjoy watching it is important. Obviously if they win, that's a super bonus. Like this year for the Eagles was awesome.
Right.
And people, oh, you lost. Dude, it was an awesome year, dude. I got to go to the NFC Championship game. I got to see them win 17, 18 games throughout the year. They were on TV every single day. Philadelphia was on TV every single day. It was an awesome year. Yeah, they lost the Super Bowl, but it was an awesome year at the end of the day. And people want to just, oh, no, you just suck. It's pointless. It's pointless. You lost. We got the same rings. No rings. It was a great year, for the most part. And one of the best years of my sports life was Allen Iverson winning one game in the finals and then getting the shit beat out of him for 4 games after that. So, although, the Sixers lost, they didn't win a chip. But
that was the only
it was like
loss
the best
the Lakers
year
had that
of the Sixers.
Postseason, though.
Yeah. That was really a win. It really was.
Still a W.
It was a win.
Still a W.
They knew they were going to lose, but they got one punch in. They got one punch, and that was for America. That one punch. Nobody was going to beat Shaq and Kobe, but they got one punch in, and it was a dope season. They didn't win a ring. So no.
Pretty amazing. We've managed to bring in 2 2001 Sixers references. Different times.
I mean, that's kind of what got me going in sports. I was like 13, 14 years old. I was ready to go. And people, my cycle was kind of like the Ninja Turtles and Batman, and then it kind of went to like wrestling, and then once I realized there was real sports, now, that's what it was. It was like Leonardo and Michelangelo, and it was Batman, and then it was like Stone Cold, and then it was Allen Iverson and Brian Dawkins and McNabb. So that was my cycle, for the most part, and once wrestling came, I didn't really watch the Ninja Turtles anymore. And once football and basketball came, I didn't really watch wrestling anymore. That's kind of how it went for me for the most part.
Yep.
Who was your first favorite player?
Mine?
Chris Chandler?
It's not Chris Chandler. Um, I would say from Atlanta. So my first favorite player in general, where I had like for football at least, where I had a poster of something is when we lived in Virginia. Not that I was watching Washington, call them Commanders, whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it was Mark Rippon who was won
Okay.
the Super Bowl there. I get, as far as I know. Um, but I think like my dad bought that for me or something, and I always remember like I kept it, and I when we moved down here, I actually it was in my bathroom for whatever reason. It was like a framed, I don't want to say a poster, but like a small poster maybe, framed picture, whatever it was. And I was like, it was just in the bathroom, and I remember one day one of my friends, you know, kind of mentioned like, why the fuck Mark Rippon always gonna watch me pee whenever I come over here, and it
Yeah, that's
never
kind of
really
nuts.
picked up on like I don't know why that's there, but he's the first NFL player I would remember more so.
It's a wild. That's a wild first player.
It
Now
yeah, it
me is
is.
Clarence. My the first remember for basketball is Clarence Weatherspoon on the
Okay.
Sixers. Clarence
Yep.
Weatherspoon, and then
Okay.
football is like Irving Fryer or Bobby Hoying or Rodney Pete, Ricky Waters too.
Yep.
Those are probably my remember guys for the most part.
He said I'm gonna be a Tim Dwight fan. Nah,
Tim Dwight. I
no.
mean, Tim Dwight. White Lightning.
He was.
Favre.
He was.
He was indeed, indeed.
I believe he went over in the Vic trade. I'm pretty sure.
The Vic trade. You got traded. Who got traded?
When
When did Vic get traded?
the draft.
Vic didn't get traded. He went to jail. Oh, the draft. There was a trade.
Yeah, it was the Chargers.
Oh, the Chargers had the first pick.
Mm-hmm. No,
It's tough.
I think they took Tomlinson with the
Damn.
switch,
He might have
and
been better than Vic.
then they drafted. Pretty sure they drafted Drew Brees in the second year. I
Damn.
think
They got Breeze and Tomlinson, and you guys got Vic.
it worked out super good. I think
Tough.
that's
they,
how it
they
went,
didn't use
but-
Breeze though, but they didn't use Breeze
No,
either.
they
So
didn't. They didn't use either of them. It's fine. What did they win?
All right.
Nothing.
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 They had some good football years. I mean, my boy Gates. They were good Madden teams.
They were good Madden teams.
Vic did break the playoff Lambeau record. There it is.
He did.
He did break the streak.
I remember that.
So see.
And then
Yeah,
they,
that
and
was
then,
probably a
and then we
dope
lost
game.
to the Eagles. I was terrified
They got shit
of
on.
Jeremiah Trotter chasing him down.
Yeah,
No.
they got shit on by the Eagles.
They did.
No, it happens. It happens to the best of us.
I think Vic
It's about
made
time
it
the
to,
Eagles
like,
were 0-3 in championship games before then. So
right. That,
No.
but that's kind of feel crazy that like that's Vic was close, right? He was actually close to a Super Bowl.
yeah,
Close. One game.
yeah, and then never came close again. There it is. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Nope, not even with the Eagles.
No.
They went to one playoff game and lost.
No.
Oh well. All right. Who wants to be a millionaire? ScoMo made it to
I know. I'm
2000.
This is gonna beat me.
Nick almost hit $1 million. He lost $1 million question.
I'm not surprised.
Made it all the way to $1 million, and he lost. Now, some said that
He cheated.
the chat was helping Nick. That's what I'm saying. But that's what the chat is here for. And honestly, in my experience, the chat doesn't know shit. So the chat is going to hurt you in the long run, especially later in the rounds. The first rounds, the chat's going to know some things, okay? The first rounds. Later in the round, I don't know if you can trust the chat too much.
I don't trust
know
them.
if you can go. Yeah.
I've
But early,
seen enough
they're gonna help
comments
you
from
for
these
the most
people
part.
today. I've seen
Listen,
I've seen plenty.
Welcome to my life.
This
This
is-
is literally what I do. What do you do for a living? Play video games and talk to idiots. That's what I tell people. What do you tell people when they say, "What do you do for a living?"
Oh my god. These questions.
You lost already?
No.
It's the first question.
B?
Oh, we didn't even set go yet.
Go
You gotta
B.
be dialed in. All right, all
I
right.
don't need to be dialed. We're rapid
dialed?
firing.
Are you rapid
I
fire?
see
You're
it.
going B right here. Are you locking in B right here?
Go for it.
All right, locking it in. Docudrama. What kind of TV show
we get
is
points?
fictional account of the day?
How many points do I
Points
get for
for
going
what?
faster than everyone else?
You don't get any points.
I'm going-
You're first of all, you had 60 seconds
I don't
per
need
question.
60 seconds.
All right.
Give me 5
yes,
seconds.
but you're going to be delayed like 10 seconds or 5 or something like that. So
Okay.
we'll see. All right. Next docudrama. Let's see if we get this right. The chat believes in you. Okay. The next question. Which of these parts of the house shares its name with the viewing area on the computer screen? Window, wall, roof, basement.
Shares its name with window?
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah. A? Like that's a weird ass question. Right? Like isn't it weird and wordly? I feel like it
I guess
is.
because I read it. An energetic or enthusiastic person is often said to come on like
B.
what? Union busters, gang busters. Okay,
B.
gang.
Keep going.
What is the term for explanatory information and thank yous found on the package of a music CD, album or CD? Postscript, crib notes, linear notes, back page.
Like I haven't bought a. I don't remember last time I bought a CD.
Thank yous found on the package of a music album or CD. The postscript, the crib notes, the linear notes, or back page. Wow, this is you might need a lifeline. This is a nasty round.
It's kind of a nasty question. A. Let's just go with A.
You're going A. You're
Yeah.
not going to use one of your lifelines. You're just going to okay.
Yeah. Let's go with A.
The chat has given 15 different answers, and just like that, you're out. Boom. Linear notes. Come on now. The chat didn't know. Just like that.
I have no idea what that is. That's the
Yeah, you don't even get to
1,000.
You don't even get to 1,000. That's tough.
That's
tough. You had 3 lifelines. You didn't use them. You just guessed. You gave yourself a 1 in 4 chance.
You know what? If I don't know that one, I'm not winning $1 million. Right?
There you go.
He's a punt.
You know,
no, exactly. A lifeline is like punting. Oh,
I think Salty did better than you. That's tough.
Well,
the chat were like, you're gonna flood. You're gonna hit the $1 million.
Oh no, I wouldn't get the $1 million. But my knowledge is fairly extensive. But when you cross into music, that I'm out.
Linear liner, like come on, boys.
First off, you think you said it wrong, so that's probably.
Oh yeah. I said linear and liner wrong. Like look at these assholes. Like they know what's on a CD, right? Yeah, they know what's on a CD.
I think the last CD I bought was fucking Eminem.
That's tough.
Right?
That's tough.
It's probably that long ago.
I used to collect the CD. I had a cool little book, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the book, book with the flaps, and you could put the album covers
of course,
there, and then put this, and it was dope because you could and it looked cool, right? I used to carry around in my car, and then my friends would take my CDs, so then I was like, yeah, I'm done with this, you know. It's just terrible. And then you would like a year later, you'd be in their car, and they're like, damn, where the hell did you get this Blueprint album? Wow, that's tough. It's like, wow, boom, there, it's mine. See, the burn CDs were cool, but they didn't have that feel, that look to them.
No.
Because I remember the first person I saw, I went to like this guy, big music guy, and he had like the giant book and had like every CD in it, and I was like, wow, that shit is dope. You know, I'm trying to catch up to him. It's like, you know, it's like the first person you see have any type of collection that you kind of like, it's like, dude, I need to catch up to that. So like, you know, obviously everybody has Sharpie CDs. Everybody had them. You know, like everybody. You guys aren't breaking the mold with having burnt CDs now, boys.
No. Like I when I had my car back then, I got an MP3 head unit put in, right? So not just you're burning your own CDs for 12 songs. You just put them on there like a a regular disc, right? You play hundreds of songs. And that was the coolest thing in the world, right? I don't need an MP3 head unit. Oof. Man.
There you go.
And then I never went back. Napster, LimeWire. Went over to my we didn't have internet like that. So I had to always go to a friend's house. And it was
there you go.
Very typical of what that friend was to get all that stuff. It was great. It was great. You get everything you wanted from in there. Detachable CD player face. Oh yeah. You didn't want someone to steal it. Obviously. Right?
Yeah,
cassette tape aux cord. I did have to use the cassette tape.
Nasty.
I bought an older BMW. And
BMW right out the gate. Okay.
It was a 94. super nice, right?
Beamer
Super
out of the gate. That's nuts. Meanwhile, I had a Chevy Caprice, $900. You know, Beamer out the gate. You know, Michael Phelps swimming lessons must be nice over there, dude.
You don't even like my truck. You
Yeah, you have like a yeah.
you
I
don't
forget
you don't
what
even like my
country.
truck because it's not a Ford,
Do
right?
you have an American truck? No, I really don't care about
I've got a Ram.
the.
Or,
Okay, I mean Ram is like the third tier of American truck,
mine
honestly.
is super
Although
nice.
I've heard Rams are like moving their way up
It's
now.
it's super nice now. It's nice.
You know,
Wife, she drives a
I
minivan.
understand.
You know, not for me. I don't drive it. We'll never drive it. Mm-mm.
Now,
No.
you agree that you'll never have anything other than a truck now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you have like a car too. You have like a whole Ferrari.
Yeah. And the golf
Yeah,
cart.
he has a Ferrari and a Dodge Ram and a golf cart.
Yeah, we have a golf cart too. Get around. My garage is filled
That's
with cars
nuts.
that stuff we don't use. Yeah. Real men drive
Tough.
Chargers.
My truck has been in a damn shop for a month now to fix a
Is
door.
it still?
That had a hole in it.
No. What? Like
It's still in the shop.
Didn't it? This shit break?
It broke
when you were
down on
going?
my ride to Philly,
Yes, right.
yes, but it was my fault. I'll be honest, I ignored this little light because my car said 2021. You know, what are we doing? How's it breaking down in a year? I gotta ignore it. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
Like, what? Like, there's no way this is a real light in a year of buying this truck that I spend so much goddamn money on, right? So there's no way this is real. So I kind of ignored it. Then it has a diesel exhaust thing. When you put diesel in now, you know, because we're being safe, you has an exhaust fluid that calms down the bacteria or whatever in the diesel exhaust. So you got to put this extra fluid into the gas tank
Really?
called diesel exhaust fluid.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
So
I don't even know about that.
now, the diesel exhaust fluid lasts about 5,000 miles mostly, right? But then when it starts to get low, okay, you got to fill it back up. So I fill it back up, boom. But now I have a problem with the sensor. So my truck thinks I have no diesel exhaust fluid. And what the truck will do if you don't have diesel exhaust fluid, it will govern your engine. So what that means is
okay.
that it will only let you go 50 miles an hour. So now I'm driving from Cleveland to Philly, which is like a 6.5 hour drive on 50 miles an hour. So I'm pissed. This is going to take me 12 hours to go 50 miles an hour. I'm the jerk off in the right lane doing 50, like boo, 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 boo. I'm like, damn. If I was at home, I would just take it to the Ford dealership and they would fix it, right? But I'm in the middle of damn Harrisburg or I'm in the middle of Pennsylvania. There's no one around. Boom. So then I pull off the highway. I go to the Ford dealership. I found one on my phone because I'm like, you know, I'm like damn Magellan when it comes to just exploring and stuff. I found one in the middle of Pennsylvania. Yeah, middle of Pennsylvania. I'm out here. I get to a Ford dealership. No, I get to the Ford dealership. I'm excited. I'm like, all right, let me help me. This old guy comes out with suspenders. He's like, man, I could fix it. I was like, my diesel exhaust is messed up. He's like, all right, pull it around to the front. I'm super excited. He's like, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to get there. Now, it wouldn't be a big deal if the Eagles weren't playing in like 8 hours from now or 12 hours from now. I'm like, shit. And I got to go to the tailgate, so I got to be there at 5 a.m. to get ready to go to the tailgate. So I'm excited. So this guy with suspenders comes out and he says, you know what, let me pull it around. So I'm excited. I pull it in front of the gate, wait there like 2 minutes. He comes out and he says, the diesel exhaust mechanic has left for the day. He won't be back till Monday. Shit. So now I'm SOL. I'm in the middle of Pennsylvania. Okay, 50 miles. I still got 10 hours to drive. Boom, it's 4 p.m. I'm like, damn, let me go. All right, so I keep going. I'm going and then it starts working again because I call some people and they say, you know what, unplug your battery, unscrew your whole battery, let it sit there for 5 minutes, plug the battery back up, and it will reset the engine. So I did that, got the engine running. I'm like, I'm back, right? Boom. So then it slows down again to 50. I'm like, shit, this is tough. I'm like 4 hours away. Then I stop at the rest stop. Now it governs it to 5 miles an hour. Now I can't go. I can't go anywhere 5 miles an hour. 50, I can make it, but 5, I can't go nowhere. I'm on the Turnpike rest stop. I'm like, shit. It's about midnight. I'm like, damn. I'm probably 2 hours from Philly. And then I had to leave my truck there. I called an Uber to pick me up from damn Harrisburg and take me to Philly. It was a $150 Uber, but I got there in time. Boom. So then my truck was in the middle of Pennsylvania. Luckily, Ford, the great people, I'm on super coverage, so they went and towed it for me. Took it to the nearest Ford dealership, and they fixed it. I only had to wait in Philly for like an extra couple of days. Actually, it was actually in this dealership for like 2 weeks. It was like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks in the Harrisburg dealership. My dad let me borrow a truck in Philly and take to Cleveland, so I had another truck. Then I had to drive back and pick it up. And when I drive back and pick it up, I had to put it in and fix the door. So I've been without my truck now for about 2 months easily without my truck. And it sucks because when you have a truck, you know, I had a rental car. I ran out of that deal. So I had nothing now. Or I have her. Okay, hear me out. So her mom has a Porsche. Her dad has like a freaking Honda. You know, like her dad is like the heart doctor and stuff, but he's got like the Honda, you know, like
Right.
the little like I'm like you know the $25,000 Honda shit. And her mom has a Porsche, right?
course.
But they're in Japan right now. They went for a month vacation. Which car we get to drive, right? To have our second car. Which one do we get,
Honda.
right? Not the Porsche. Yeah, we got
The
the
Honda,
Honda in the garage right now. Yeah. You know, what type of shit is that? You know, my son would like to drive around in a Porsche
Right.
in his damn car seat in the back seat, but instead we got a damn Honda, you know? So hopefully, I think I might get my truck back this week, though, so I'll be back.
You need it. You need it.
First of all, I never said Florida's the best. I said America's the best, okay? If you have a truck, as long as you're not Mutt Guru with the damn Toyota Tundra, okay, boys? All right? You can have a Ford, you can have a Chevy Silverado. Chevy is a great truck. And I've heard good things about the Ram. In fact, when I go to Portland, I'm going to rent a Ram 1500 for the week. We're going to have a Ram. So we'll see.
Yeah, no,
You know.
I super like it. It's been great for me.
I don't have any complaints towards any American trucks, all right? Now, Toyota is good. If you want a Corolla, if you want a car, something like that, for sure. Toyota, Honda, all those things are great. But you don't get a Nissan Titan or a Honda Ridgeline or anything like that. All right, boys? Tundra got the best truck. Yeah. Tundra. What are we doing here? You know,
No.
get a Ram, a Silverado, or a F-Series. One or the other. Pick one of the three.
Well, didn't you have to have a 350, right?
I have a 350. I'm a jerk off that plays video games that bought an F350 6.7 turbo diesel.
That's a
I haven't
crazy
towed anything
truck.
with it.
That's a crazy truck.
It
though.
is. It is. It really is. You know.
I
was
see.
like,
I see.
why?
I see them,
You know?
and I'm like, I would. The only reason I wouldn't get anything bigger was I remember the Rebels. What I have. Yeah. The only reason I wouldn't get anything bigger was when I used to go to the airport for work a lot. I remember not being able to like get in or like barely get in with my old truck that I had, which was like some old like Ram work truck. And I was always like, fuck, like I can't go through like drive-through signs and all these places, all these, parking garages. So I was like, I'm terrified of getting anything bigger, raising the truck or do anything like that because I'm just gonna get stuck.
Well, I grew up cutting trees, so
You have to.
raising trucks and pretty trucks and things like that weren't a thing, you know. Well, my dad, I took a family vacation. We drove to the Canadian Rocky Mountains, which are above Montana. From Philly, we drove my whole family. My dad's family, he has like 6 brothers and sisters and all their cousins. We packed up in Philly and drove from Philly to Montana, pretty much. And in the middle of it, we had a minivan that broke down, right? Actually in Minnesota, St. Cloud, Minnesota, is where the minivan broke down. And out there, my dad said, okay, I'm going to trade in this broken minivan and I want to buy a truck. And he bought a 2001 F350 Super Duty turbo diesel 6.7 in 2001, and he still has that truck today. And it was a great family truck. So when it was time for me to buy a truck, that got the same exact one, pretty much. So, you know, but yeah, my truck is super cab. There's big cab as you can get, and it has an 8-foot bed, so it's kind of obnoxious to drive. You know, so it's but that's what I've always drove, I guess, for the most part. So, you know, you just get used to it.
No, that's good. I like him.
bougie.
I like him.
CC has a pavement princess truck with he's got fancy things on it and stuff, and
It
it's
doesn't
next to the
have anything
Ferrari. You have a pretty truck, like it's like you know, like if you like scratched it or something, you'd be like upset, you know, like you have like cool little gadgets and stuff.
Is what?
You have a pretty truck.
Four-wheel
You have a pretty
drive.
truck.
Right?
Yeah, but you have a
real
pretty
truck?
truck. It's a pretty truck.
Maybe.
Like, okay, this is
Maybe.
my point. When you go to a work site, there's never a Ram Rebel at the work site for the workers.
No.
I don't even know what a Ram Rebel. I didn't even know you had a Ram Rebel.
Yeah.
You know, is that like the Raptor of Ram or something?
No, it's like, no, that's a TRX. Is that one?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a Ram T-Rex.
TRX, yeah.
So they made a T-Rex to match the Raptor.
Yeah.
That's tough marketing right there. Ram Rebels. Yeah, I really don't know.
It's
I really
pretty
don't,
crazy. No, it's got the fucking Hellcat engine in it. It's crazy fast.
No, but honestly, I have a work truck for a guy that plays video games. I use
fine.
a absolute work Super Duty, you know, truck to take my kid to play group. That's literally what I have, you know. But I'll tell you that one time I had to pick up those 8-foot sheets of drywall to do the basement.
Well worth it.
I felt like, I was the man. Slid them right in the back of the
No
truck.
questions.
Drywall fit right in. Boom.
Oh,
I was the man. You know, I see the jerk offs taping or tying drywall to the roof of their Hondas. I was the man with that 8-foot bed, and it was worth it just for that.
it is.
You know, I need to find some more work. If I do like 5,000 more drywall jobs, it'll be worth it. You know, so we got one in 2 years. So there you go.
It feels great when you need it. It's the best thing. Like we bought like a new bed for one of the kids, and we had to like go pick it up. They're like, oh, we can't deliver it for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, fuck, we'll go pick it up, put it in the truck, right? Open the bed up, throw all this bitch in there, strap it in, good to go, home in an hour. I'm like,
Oh, that's the best.
you can't do anything if you don't have a truck. And my favorite part about having a truck now is that all the people I know around here, they all also have trucks too because we live in Georgia. So no one's ever asked to borrow your truck because they already have one. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, that's one of the. I mean, honestly, it's one of the downsides, but it is good to feel wanted when you have a truck. People always ask you for things all the time, you know.
Well,
That's kind of.
well,
It's a downside and it's a positive really for the most part.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'll have a truck forever. You know, I don't know if I'll always have the 350, but you know, we'll get there.
You've
All right,
you've
boys.
earned
Anything
it.
else you want to talk to these nasty humans? This is a nasty part of the Madden community here. You don't get to talk to these guys that often.
Who, me?
Yeah, these guys.
What?
These guys don't even play Madden. My chat doesn't even play Madden anymore. Do you know they don't? They're not even like Madden heads. Do you think they're on Sugar Rush right now? They've come to troll. That's what they're here for.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, thoughts on Weekend League.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody has the same thoughts on Weekend League. Right?
Sure. Yeah. I'll be honest. I don't really care about it. Gone, here, not there. Because I wasn't gonna play it anyway.
Wow.
Again, for me.
How do you do no money spent? Like, what do you play on no money spent?
Oh,
Solos?
I do. No, I play for the XP. That's really all we play for. But like, I don't care if it's there or not there because I wasn't like going to try to get top 100 and shit anymore. It was just too much. So, this falls into that category of, hey, what does everyone else want? Yeah, that's what I want to then, right? Y'all want your rewards and all that? Fuck, take them. Like I'm not gonna get them anyway, you know. Like,
CC is Joe Bruin. Did you be in the dude? These sickos,
I'm
Gunsky
not him.
and freaking CC.
I'm not Joe
dude. They're
Bruin.
in this group chat right now, and they're flipping cards on BR. Dude, are on the
MLB.
marketplace MLB. Oh my god, they're flipping cards. Two grown men. I'm like, oh my god. Meanwhile, I'm over here raging and smacking my forehead playing the game.
Well,
I'm like,
this
jeez.
because I'm not allowed to spend money. So,
I will tell you, I'm a jerk off forever spending money on MLB. I really am.
You are.
I think all you gotta do is play. Yeah,
just play.
spending money on. Yeah. But they pressure me. You know,
They will.
And then I think they pressure me. You need this card, and then it's set up. MLB is set up where like you're doing a collection, and it's like, damn, I spent $400. Like I got a little bit of collection done.
All right.
Boom.
Here's a question for you.
I must keep going. Why not?
Since you play both games, right? What would your reaction be in Madden if day one Madden 24 comes out? There's Mutt, right? There's a 99 Michael Vick. You can get him in the game, and all you have to do is spend $2,000 that first day to get him. But you get to use them all year. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Which one are you doing? Is it good? Bad?
Well, I guess it's bad because you're just you
think,
don't
like, people
get
would be-
content for a quarterback anymore. It's kind of boring.
Would people be upset at
You
that?
know.
I think they would.
I don't know. I think, dude,
It's weird
Mutt
because
is designed. Mutt is a ladder, right?
It is.
It's a ladder,
Could be,
just like
yeah.
it is. You start at the beginning, right? You start at the beginning. You get your what we're gonna get our Josh Allen to start to get, or Aaron Rodgers is always the first quarterback, right? Because no one has
Yeah.
abilities. So you get this car. Then next week, ooh, look at this guy. He's got one more speed. Let's buy this guy. We go up the ladder a little bit, and they've made this ladder so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Man 16, there was cards you could use all year. The Paramins, the
Yep.
Dree Archers, the Odell Beckham that was out was like the best card
Oh,
ever.
that's it.
Like
They get rid of
dude,
it.
there was cards that you could use all year. Now they have made the ladder for Mutt the most ridiculous thing in the world. It is the slowest climb, but they make it just so you always need that extra reach.
You do.
You always need that new card with his discount ability. You always
brilliant.
need, and it is a constant ladder growth, and they're getting better at it every year. Every year they're getting better at it. It is absolute. I mean, but it's kind of, as much as it's nasty, but it's kind of cool because it keeps you kind of engaged every single weekend, right? Like, or every little promo. What's the new card? This promo. It kind of keeps the game on your toes. Like, what card do I need now, or what card do I got to grind for? You know, I think it has its negatives and it also has its positives. You know, like, imagine if this shit went away. Imagine if Mutt went away. You know, just imagine it.
Yeah.
You know, even abilities. Like, I'm over abilities. I'm over them. Like, that shit just pissing me off. They're stupid. I'm over them. But I'm not going to argue it because it's a great debate topic because there's so many positives of it. Most importantly, what the hell, or what new card do I need? What abilities do I have? It keeps the game fresh and it keeps every card usable. They control what card is usable by what ability they put on it. As simple as that. They can make us play with goddamn any wide receiver, any DB out there. I'm using DBs I never even heard of. Some dude named Neal and some other guy named Thompson or whatever. I don't even know who these dudes are. But they're on my team.
Falcons.
You know, some Ryan Neal. Yeah, Ryan Neal and
Amazing
some
player.
so for me it's like, you know, so it's also a good thing.
It is.
But it is a constant ladder. So if they came out with a 99 Michael Vick,
For $2,000.
I mean, at the end of the day, I played a game.
Right.
You know, I played a game. That's what I care about. You know, and part of me is sick that, you know, people care this much about content. It's like, dude, are we really this goddamn excited every day for the same card? It's like, for me, it's just like, you guys are fucking idiots. Seriously, the whole group of them. You know, that just flock for the new cards every week and then bitch about the, like, absolute morons. And it's just nonstop. And it's like, for me, I just want to play the game. I enjoy playing the game and winning and losing and competing and raging and getting mad and having passion about it.
Yep.
Just playing, you know. I would be here if it was Eagles versus Eagles or Packers versus Packers. I would, you know.
He'll play.
Mutt doesn't make my day. And these people like that. Don't get me started on the eggs. CC's a big egg guy, big present guy. He broke the record for most presents this year, right? Was that you that opened the most presents in Mutt history this year?
I've broken the record every year. I don't know what the record is, but I will break it again this year.
Yeah.
If I have a video with 10 eggs on Easter, it's gonna say largest egg opening every time.
Largest egg opening.
The largest you've ever seen.
Now
I don't know what you've seen, but I
if
assume
will
that
ever,
nobody else has seen it. You know.
I don't know if I'll ever transform into this person. I don't know if I'll ever care that much. I want to, because I feel like I'm failing myself because I don't care about that shit. I really
Maybe
don't.
you
Like,
should.
I want to go use a new quarterback, but I know he's not going to be better than Michael Vick. You know, it's just not. I know that, but am I hurting myself because I know as a Madden player that it doesn't make a difference, and this shit grinds my gears that it does. Oh, use the new whatever Danny Dimes. Like, why would I use him?
Why?
You know,
why would you?
Yeah, I'd rather just, you know, run the same damn plays over and over and over and over. You know.
So
if I had eggs, shit, I'm making an egg video.
Make an egg.
Yeah.
So okay. When the offense I run, I know you would not approve, which is fine.
What offense do you run now?
Single back,
Ace twins,
doubles
single
north.
back.
And it's a play called
with the
slot
two
corner.
guys like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has like a short corner
slot
on
corner.
the left side.
Great play, right?
Yeah, and an in route. It has like a short corner and an in route.
Short corner, in route, post, drag. Yeah, it's a perfect setup. And I get shit in my videos for it. Not that I've run the same play over and over, because of course we're all going to do that. But I've been told that I found the play on YouTube. Should I be offended by that? That we are tricking these people into something that they probably can't run, honestly. Like it only works because I've run it 10,000 times, you know your exact reads, your exact moments, you know how we play, and they try like, it doesn't work. It's a glitch play. I don't know the right answer for when people say, well, you just found a play that glitches out all the coverages. Like, isn't that the point? Right? Like, is that not the goal of playing Madden on offense? To not have to think?
Yeah. But see, I don't think anything is unstoppable now.
No, it's not actually, right? No, because if you were to play If I were to play you with it, yeah, you'd probably figure it out in about 2 plays. And it would actually have to do something different, right? But I still don't. I still wouldn't. I mean,
I don't know. I don't really
you
get the YouTube thing.
no.
You know, I don't get when people tell me that because they realize I am the meta. That's all you guys say. Say I am the meta. That's it.
All right,
That's all you
that's
gotta
all I'm
say.
doing.
I think these people have realized that I am the meta.
I'm gonna write it
You
down.
know, they don't really like tell me that.
Was P8?
You know, and it's like
Ooh, was
I
P8
am
and
the
around
meta.
unstoppable? No. You know what was unstoppable? Route swapped P and around.
I don't remember.
That was super.
I
That was
didn't
super
play
tough.
the game. I really didn't grab Madden like OD like this until Madden 16. I
Yeah,
didn't
that was in
play it around. That
15.
shit was brain dead. I had this friend named Rumble. His name was Rumble. And he was a good guy.
Yeah, I remember Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was a super nerd, and I would play him in PA and around me. I'm like, yeah, this is the dumbest shit I've ever. I'm cool. I'm cool off Madden. That's all I remember about PA and around.
I remember so for route swapping with P and around again, Madden 15, it only worked best if you had a left-handed quarterback, and I believe Vic was on the Jets in Madden 15. And the Jets weren't very good, so I took it upon myself as a challenge to use the regs Jets and play on regs and just run this play over and over and over against people. I think I ended up winning like 36 or 37 in a row, which is not bad for a Mutt guy using the fucking 81 overall Jets rolling through people. It's pretty crazy what knowledge will do. 'Cause they just didn't know. You know?
No.
What was the
All right,
the
so
comp scene in Madden 15?
Comps.
There wasn't one.
Regs.
Regs.
Nobody played Mutt until EA made him play Mutt. You know, EA didn't really have tournaments from the Madden Challenge. The last Madden Challenge I remember was Madden 09. I don't know, 10. And then Virgin Gaming had Madden from like Madden 12, 13. And then it was just super dead. And then EA finally picked the ball up with the MCS in Madden 16. So back then.
I think the only tournament I really did in 15 was one that Grand Champion ran, and I ended up playing, and I got some finals that one too. There's a lot of people in the tournament. I forget his name. Big Game James? Was he an old
Big
player?
Game James, yeah.
So I played in the finals.
He's an old ass player.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he was super, like, it was a real good game. I want to say it was like 10-7. Because I think the clock was only like 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minute quarters. But no, he took me out in the finals. But it was a good
There you
game.
go.
Like, look,
Seems like you lost a lot of big games. It sound like.
dude, I'm great for second place, man. Amazing. That's why I'm retired. Tired, man.
You never retire. You could do it, dude.
No, I watch the rookie about once a month. Just figure that's gonna be me one day. I'm
I mean,
just
why
gonna
not?
come back.
I see. I would always play in the tournaments. You know,
Well-
even if I had like a coin deal for like, because I think this is what I think. If I had a coin deal and I won the tournament, right, and they kicked me out, that'd be like the best content you could have. You know, if they kick you off for that.
No, they can't. They sniff it out pretty fast, I think, these days.
I don't know. Well, that's why I don't have a coin deal. So you never know.
That's why.
We'll put a couple games together. Because if you lose the passion, I lose my whole identity.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Oh, you gotta. That's a sick.
An egg.
That's a sick first time chat.
I don't know. I think he's talking to you.
I think
Shout
he's
out.
talking to you. He didn't come in my chat. I didn't bring this guy in here. There's no way.
Yeah, that's the grist. Yes, you did.
He's been
I don't know what he-
following you for over a month.
Shout out the grist.
Everyone, you should follow him.
I don't know what he's
Follow him on
asking me
Twitter.
on the stream. Is he talking? Is something like Good Morning Matt? I have never watched Good
Maybe
Morning Matt.
he's probably talking about.
I have
Domo's
never.
stream.
I think I watched Good Morning Madden when there was like a shit show or something. Like maybe the first Pack Strike one when I was like, the chat's gonna go crazy. I gotta tune in and watch what's happening today. It's gonna be nasty.
Yeah,
I think that's the one.
the chat.
You know, I don't know.
That chat is a super accurate representation of the community, for sure.
I honestly I don't watch those because you guys post all the damn cards anyway. Do you post every card? I don't think you're a card poster.
Oh no.
Are you a card poster? Yeah. Mortality is my guy. Although there's a lot of people trying to creep up into Mortality's lane right now. I'll be honest. There's some options.
He's getting. I'm not saying
Is he
he's
washed?
getting.
Is he washed?
I think he's a little washed.
Whoa.
Because this year is all about the abilities, right? You don't put an ability
He's
on
late
there.
on abilities?
And I tell you what, too. One thing I've noticed. This is a very YouTubey thing. That normally, so like the first time I put the thumbnail together and I have like the card picture, I normally just like take his or like Mutt GG's or whatever it is. But I've noticed I've taken his sometimes, and like I feel like he must be taking the picture on like an Android or something. Something's got like real weird dimensions now. I'm like, I feel like he's not really like he's not putting forth his best effort. Now I got to resize a picture, and
he fell off.
It's there's something off. I'm sure he knows about it. He must know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's doing. Right? We appreciate it. We take it. I still need the screenshot. It just depends who gets the screenshot out first. You know?
That's tough. That was my go-to. Mortality.
Now, if you're just looking for the information, yeah, it's like he did say the other day he was taking the screenshots on breaks. See? Like y'all can't. I don't even need to know. I don't even know to know. Like I can tell the quality has not been where it's at. I don't know. Maybe he's got a job.
No, Xerxes not a Mutt guy, dude. Xerxes is like 10% Mutt, 90%. No, he's like 10% Mutt, 80% daily fantasy, and 10% bullshit. That's it. Mortality is 100%. He don't even tweet about nothing else. I don't even know his favorite football teams. I don't even know like what he does other than Mutt. He's a
real person. That's the crazy. That threw me off.
Yeah, nobody knows that. Like everybody knows Xerxes. Everybody knows Xerxes. Like everybody knows who he is because he's not all Mutt. Mortality is literally made for Mutt. He's a robot. But now he fell off. You switched to Pop? Uh-oh. Damn, that's nuts. Ooh. So damn, Mortality really fell off. Wow, this is. I might have to, bro. This is crazy. I might have to be looking around.
Oh no, I mean, you still get the information, right? Again, for what I need the information for, a little bit different, right? So I'm gonna hold it to a higher standard here, right? Mm-hmm. If I haven't eaten food in a week, I'll probably eat some shitty food, right? Mm-hmm. But if I have a choice,
so he's shitty food now. So Mortality is shitty food.
Well, again, for me,
it's tough.
What it is, yeah. No, y'all should all watch ScoMo.
Bro, ScoMo sucks at this type of shit.
ScoMo sucks.
He's just live. He don't post nothing on Twitter about cards.
No, the posting cards, no.
I mean, I watch ScoMo for the news. He's a good news guy when he's live, but he don't Twitter nothing.
How much? I guarantee we could do this. We could definitely like trick ScoMo, and like form a DM in the community, and get him to make some like weirdly fake card that only he would care about, and just like have him run with it, make a whole YouTube. Like he would totally fall for it because he's not that in touch. I think we could do it.
He's out the loop?
Yeah.
Slow-mo is out the loop? Yeah. So we give him a fake Lawrence Taylor card, he'd go nuts?
He'd probably forget that he's got one.
Sugar Rush Lawrence Taylor next week?
Right. only in pack.
He'd put the helmet. Yeah, he'd put the helmet on and everything.
Because he will only wear the helmet if he's like an LTD. So that's a rule. I don't know if you knew that, but that is a hard, fast helmet.
Oh,
rule.
That's a rule?
Yeah.
Dude.
No, I brought it up to him. I was like, oh, we get a helmet? Well, we already had one helmet stream this year, and like, oh my God, like we can't be doing this.
Put it in eggs and we'll open it.
Lawrence Taylor's in an egg. Just go with that. New egg. I don't even know. But we can get it to work. We can make this work.
The blue egg. It's the blue egg.
Yeah.
Sheesh. All right, buddy. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I got 15 CFM games to play.
You do?
I have 2.
I gotta go.
I have a new CFM, the current Eagles. I'm excited about. They're actually cracked.
I have to flip cards. That's crazy.
My $1,500 on MLB was so worth it.
Was it?
So worth it.
Is that how much it cost you
No.
to get it done? Did you
No.
do it yet?
Well, the good thing is I pulled two Aaron Judges too. So if I didn't pull those, it probably would have been closer to 2 grand.
Whoa, whoa,
You know,
whoa,
but I
whoa,
definitely
whoa.
pulled the
You
two.
pulled two?
I pulled two Aaron Judges, big dub. I pulled some other diamonds too. My diamonds pulls weren't bad. So the judges made it like, all right, this is almost doable, you know.
Right.
And then once you got like 4 cards left, it's like, dude, what am I doing? You
I
jerk off.
I haven't pulled a good diamond at all. Like
Yeah,
I flip,
I don't know how people
and then
get
I open
no
packs
tummies.
to try to get lucky to make it quicker. It doesn't work.
Now, my biggest thing is like the worst thing about this year is okay, I spent all this for the collection, and my team still sucks. You know, I have 3 good cards, the collection rewards, right?
Uh-huh.
But all the other good cards are still the World Baseball Series cards. So like, I'm not playing anybody with live series players. You know, only I have live series players. You know, so it is a weird year for MLB for the
Right.
most part this year.
I'm a 96 overall right now.
Hey, you play all these like you if you played just got these World Baseball cards.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about MLB. You only need 9 players, right?
Right.
And a couple pitchers. Like you don't need 22 players like Madden. You know. So for me,
No, that's why they make you collect every damn card every time for anything else to like to suck all your coins in, or else you really wouldn't need it. Like again,
what?
like the way MLB does with not having to spend money is great, but at the same
Yeah.
point, I feel like there's no way Madden would get away with the shit that MLB does. Like, can you imagine if it was like, oh man, Madden, we got Team Diamonds coming
First
this
of
week,
all,
right?
Madden is a completely different,
different.
community.
No,
It's the communities are different. Madden is bred on competition. Madden is bred on I want to cheese and beat the shit out the other person. MLB is bred on handshakes and just fucking giggling
Handshakes.
together. There is zero competition in the MLB community. Zero.
Who has the worst gamer tags?
Zero.
MLB players or Madden players? Worst gamer tags or team names?
I don't know.
Well, no, there's
Well,
only
MLB
one
We
answer.
can't really change our names. What's that? It's got to be MLB. Kids are nasty.
MLB's the worst.
Yeah, but there's
Oh my God.
there's no competition in it. I was watching this
Oh my
guy,
God.
this guy Alex. This dude Alex is like one of the best MLB players. Like this dude is fucking insane, dude. Like they're scoring 28 runs. I'm over here praying for 2. And he's hitting home runs all over the place. And all he's doing the whole time is just sucking the dick of the guy he's playing. Oh, this guy's so good. Oh my God, he's so. Meanwhile, if I was kicking the shit out of this guy, I'd be talking hellish shit. Like, yeah, bitch. I hope they'll get mercied. It's just like, bro, they're just so happy. It's such a good community. It's so peaceful and like joyous and like they are so goddamn friendly.
They didn't
dude.
used to be that way.
They are. No, it's just happiness over
No,
there. And it's such a good thing. And I feel bad because I pointed out like it's a bad thing. It's just Madden is the most toxic shit in the world. It is. You know? I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just toxic. But the Madden is just pure toxicity in Madden. You know,
It is.
Because, I mean, I guess it is. It
Like
is.
I remember, I don't know if I don't know if you played it. It was MLB 8, maybe it was 18. They had Immortals and they had all this other weird stuff, and I complained, like I openly complained on Twitter, and I made a video about it that I was like, I don't think this game has enough content. It's like I don't really know what like it is, but it's like play 4,000 Indians with King Griffey to get a different King Griffey to get a different, and I was like, what if they just dropped more content in the game and like spread it out and like, not necessarily be what mud is, but like it's okay to steal parts. And I got like
It's just still
just
everything.
killed from like the content is amazing, and then they were like, now we're doing like weekly drops, and everyone's like, oh my God, the content's great. It's like, I'll just fucking no. It's I can tell you what MLB is gonna do. Like again, I don't know what this golden egg thing is, and I just got lucky on my guess.
You'll be ready.
I just got lucky.
You'll be ready. Golden eggs.
That's what I said. It's the MLB should steal the egg thing. If EA's not going to do it, they do.
I feel like they should steal everything. If they just stole shit from each other, there'd be two better.
Where do you think
really.
the fucking field pass comes from? Scroll over to
Yeah.
programs and season 1 reward path. It's same idea, right? They steal
Yeah.
from each other constantly, as they should.
I mean, that's just
They all
that's
should.
a battle
They all
pass, though. That's all a battle pass. It's all stolen from whoever the
Yep.
hell started battle pass, really. You know,
It's all the same.
And there's
They just steal.
Nothing wrong with that.
Steal, right? Events are the same as house rules.
No, don't disrespect events like that. Events is way more thought out than house rules.
Well, no. Well,
House rules
I
would be great.
I can tell you why they can't actually do it that way. It's trickier. How the programming of what they can do versus what Madden actually can do there is the reason why we don't have events in Madden. But again, like they try to match up 1-to-1 with some of the stuff. Maybe Madden will just start selling coins one day. You never know.
Might be good.
You never know.
No, but is there anything else you want to talk to these guys about?
Yep.
Anything on your heart?
Why is Joe Bruin in here?
Joe Bruin's he's a viewer.
Is
dude.
he?
That's my man. He's gonna be on the podcast soon enough. We gotta talk about the market.
Oh my god, I'm surprised he's here.
Yeah, it's past. Most of those guys go to bed. I don't know when the best coin flipping time is. Maybe he can get a lot of work in right now.
Yeah, you know what? I leave that up to Joe now.
He's playing Conquest. Jesus. Conquest was cool, right? I was like, oh, I was learning how to play it the other night. I'm like, oh, this is cool because I didn't know how to play it, and they taught me. Then I realized I have to play the computer so goddamn much. I was like,
so much.
But I feel like I get better playing the computer on MLB, or at least I get reps, you know, because I suck. Whereas Madden, I can't play the
Are you
computer.
playing a
It doesn't
rookie?
help you at all.
In Conquest or no?
And I
No.
put it on All Pro, or what's it called?
All-Star?
All-Star.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to start putting it on like Legend, honestly, even to get my reps. Even though if I lose, you know, that might be
That's
my
okay.
new thing, you know, because I go play Road to the Show and boost Eddie eyeballs, and then I just suck the whole first half of the next game I played because I was hitting home runs on beginner. So, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I got to put it on Legend to play Conquest. That would probably help me more than anything else. Sheesh.
No, I got nothing else. Does these guys have anything else?
These nasty dudes.
No more.
Chat. Do we have any more questions for
5 seconds.
Canadian Chris? They're gonna get nasty. Watch.
One.
Don't let them. Don't let it happen.
Where in Canada are you from? Your mom. I don't know.
Best
Maddie.
card to flip.
Best card to flip. I don't know. Ask Joe Bruin.
Are you pro abilities? I have 19 unban requests. Jesus.
How do I know Maddie's mom? How don't we?
They're getting nasty.
Right? She was at the swim lessons with Michael Phelps.
We're not really talking about re-rolls and cards. Okay. All right.
No.
All right, buddy. Thank you. I see we can't do this.
All right.
You know.
Have fun.
All right, bud. I appreciate you coming on here, man.
Yeah,
It
no
was,
problem,
it was a
bud.
pleasure to learn more about the daily CC life and all the good things, man.
One day we'll talk about food.
Yes, one day. You know, one day we'll get our Control Freak sponsorship. You know.
I don't know.
One
I don't
day,
know what that
come here
is,
soon.
but yeah,
Yeah, we don't know what it is yet, but you know,
looks like a ball.
slow-mo.
Shelfie looks like me if I took my beard, shaved it off, and put it on my head, and then regrew a beard. That's what Shelfie looks like. Like, don't disrespect us. Come on.
Shelfie. Look at that guy.
He's got an interesting manager too.
We're all fools.
We are dumb.
We are.
I don't know how. I don't know.
We put our future on the line with our least talented person. Just actually crazy, you know. Like, all right.
I only trust him for one reason. Do you know? Yeah. You should know what that reason is. I don't feel like we should say it, but let's just say he doesn't like Christmas. So you got to trust him, right? You got to trust him at that point.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right. You got to trust. Like.
All right,
who else do you
CC's
trust?
gonna get us canceled here. You know. See. Look at this. See. Tough.
Is he short?
Tough.
He's not that short.
That's tough.
I will stand up for Scombe. He's like
what?
He's like what?
What?
Is 5'8" short? All of a sudden, is 5'8" short?
Yes.
Is it?
Dude, anything that starts with 5
that's
is short.
average.
I don't want to hear about average height is 5'10". Okay, anything that starts with 5 is short. You guys have to tell women your height, and you have to start with a 5. That's an L. Just being honest. Can we just keep it real? Yes. Okay. If you have to say I'm 5, whatever, it's an L. Sorry. You know, it is what it is. You guys just might be short.
I don't know.
Tough scene.
I know. I mean, I'm not, but I don't know. I feel like it's fine. 5'10", 5'11", like you can tell the difference between some of that.
You can't, but they got at the end of the day, they have to say it. I'm fat.
Do they?
I'm fat. If they never say it or write it down, yeah, they might be good.
What if they just like I'm taller than you? Like that's a
then you're
okay
good.
answer.
You know. Honestly, if I was 5'11", I would say I was 6 foot.
Yeah, no, you should you should round up.
Well, yeah, I'm the same height as Randy Moss, so
You're 6'4" now.
I mean, we had a video. I stood next to him, the same height, so people don't believe. Maybe they lie about Moss. Maybe he's not 6'4".
Wow.
Maybe
It does make me feel good whenever I hear them on Undisputed and Skip's talking about Patrick Mahomes. Like, he's a big guy, and I'm like, he is a big guy. I am the same size as Patrick Mahomes. We are the same, but minus the weight. I think he's in slightly better shape than I am now.
Oh, you're Mr. Tennis.
Uh,
What's the next move for CC? Are we going to get some vlogs or something, or are we going to
I don't know.
What's the next step for you? Are we just just rinse and repeat every day now, or like what's the goal of the future?
I don't know, man.
Like, what's 10 years from now?
I don't know. That's a long time.
Dude, ScoMo's gonna make us millionaires, dude.
He-
We're gonna have like our own TV show or something. Watch.
If he does,
Trust
if
him.
he does, that'd be cool. But the worst
Watch.
part is that like he would make a lot of money too. Then CC cooking videos? No. I need to invent something. Just a get rich quick scheme. That's it.
Coin method.
Coin method. Yeah, Joe Bruin. How do I turn $50,000 into 250 million in 6 months?
You don't, dude.
OnlyFans?
It's grind.
Yeah,
People can't run from the grind.
OnlyFans? I don't think so. I don't
right.
think that would work for me. All right.
I'm
Solos?
gonna play these CFM
All right,
games.
going to solos.
Solos, yeah. The day I play solos, it's like
I hate solos.
you love them.
I know. I don't.
You guys
I don't.
play
I
'em?
don't like solos. I hate them. That's why I don't do
You
them.
guys play them?
I play the minimum amount. And the minimum. All right. Go do your shit. We'll see you.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you. I'll definitely talk to you soon, as always.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, boys.
All right, big man.
Hey, chat.
All right, buddy. There he is. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, CC. I can't lie. I didn't know I had this many big W's, big W's. I didn't have. We had this many. All right. What is like, dude? We had 2 weeks. What are we doing here? Ed, I should be unbanned because I knew what I did was wrong and I shouldn't have came up chat without saying what's up. I think I aired him out. I might have aired him out. Ed only really banned like when I air somebody out. No Limit was talking. Now I'm Meathead. Okay, he was talking to the chat. I mean, I understand that, airing the chat out. I understand that. Respect. What we got here? I don't know what's going on lately. I mean, dog, what is going on, man? What is going on? Out of nowhere with that. I don't know. Out of nowhere with that one. Bring him back. Dude, I love when people are so genuine with their fucking, like, they really reply to this shit like it's the goddamn principal's office, dude. I really enjoy this. I do. I really like when people take it serious. Respectful. This is like just, this has become just nasty. Like, what the fuck? Yo, dude. This is just, it's just tough right here. Oh, we got a huncho rule. You know we have a huncho rule. Banned in September. A tricky ban? Bro, this is crazy old. Yo, what? 2020? All hunchos had to be subbed. Lurkalicious. I mean, Lurkalicious, get out of here, bro. All right, boys. This was the podcast, episode 199. Next week, episode 200, 200, 200, 200, 200.